EC, security agencies, the Presidential Election Committee, the media, and the generality of the Ghanaian people. Your vote, your work, your coverage, and your general following have all contributed to getting us thus far. It is with a deep sense of pride and humility that I address you this evening, following what has turned out to be a blistering battle for the flag bearership of the new patriotic party. To secure anything precious.
Waiting Pio Hini David Eboye. I say, Jonya me Humobo, send what do you sit here? Mobro Huno at Dosso and Kamemra tour. David in Paboni, Psalm 51 verse 1 to 19. And I downwards. David realizes so I abone Etonya Nkropon. Mafumo Nyankropon. Hini David has something making. Obompaye was Psalm 51 verse 1 to 19. And I pay some pie no any big national born. That's about the free. David on Hilkashia. Nasra for Mubako, Uriah, and Uriah. Nasra for Mubako. One of the elite soldiers of David. Mukeni Bashiba. David and Castle orchestrated said, young Kunisani Uriah and Uriah. The bro castrati arrange Yashisha, Mayokum, Nelly Sojabako, and on Hukeni Bashiba, Akodai, or Fanisani Hukeni, and on any Asian demo, Babano and Huadi, Tino Brunica Sakasa adultery. One of the break Jamai was for Obire, for Bire, David who and were born person riding and crop on say, have mercy on me, O God, according to your unfailing love, according to your great compassion. Blot out my transgressions, wash away all my iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I know my transgressions, and my sins are always before you. Against you, you only have I sinned, and done what is evil in your sight. So you are right in your verdict, and justified when you judge. Surely I was sinful at birth, sinful from time my mother conceived me. Yet you desired faithfulness, even in the womb of my mother. You taught me wisdom in that secret place. Cleanse me with the hyssop or the blood of Jesus, and I will be clean. Wash me, and I will be whiter than snow. Let me hear your joy and gladness. Let me hear your joy and gladness. Let the bones you have crushed rejoice. Hide your face from my sins and blot out all my iniquities. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Do not cast me from your presence, or take your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation, and grant me a willing spirit and sustain me. Then I will teach transgressors your ways, so that sinners will turn back to you. Deliver me from the gods of the blushers, O God. You who are God, my Savior, and my tongue will sing your righteousness. Open my lips, Lord, and my mouth will declare your praise. You do not delight in sacrifice, or would you bring it? You do not take pleasure in the burnt offerings. My sacrifice, O God, is a broken spirit. My sacrifice, O God, is a broken spirit, a broken and a contrite heart. You, God, will not despise. May it please you to prosper Zion, to build up the walls of Jerusalem. Then you will delight in the sacrifices of the righteousness, or the righteous one, in burnt offerings offered whole. Then bulls will be offered on your altar. Where you David in Bible boy the same on the free. Everyone realizes so I am on it. And fat will be in it. Across adultery. Wahyehyɛ me yɛ kunu obi kunu. Enti David abompaye e was Psalm 51 verse 1 to 19. Ɛno na no pay gyina so na yɛtumi di abompaye aso Nyankopɔn ne sɛ kayɛ bɔne. Enti no ya tie ho afro Nyankopɔn nkyɛn. Ya tie ho afro Nyankopɔn nkyɛn. Amo Nyankopɔn kura no apaw yɛn. Ya gye atum ya fom. Yɛfro Nyankopɔn wɔ kwan tenene no so. Yɛfro Nyankopɔn so ɔfi nsi kwan no so. Bɔne bi a yɛ bia ne Nyankopɔn mfemfiri yɛn. Yɛbɛma wɔn mo so afiri na akwan mu no ate sɛ Nyankopɔn no wɔyɛ humɔborɔ hene wɔ adɛfoɔ hene. Anɔpɛ mu akyerɛ mo akɔ aba. Good morning. Some 26 minutes past the hour 6. Thank God it's Monday. A beautiful Monday morning. The Lord God Almighty has blessed us this day. Let us rejoice in it. Yami eninje ewa ndemu. Sanse Onyankopɔn ate enne ho e de amaye. Say de bedu the 9th of February 2026. Ebedu ebedwada. Na sada no mi Nyankopɔn mate ho e de amamo. Say mo mama ninji wo ho. Sanse se won ma ni obedi a won ma adepa bi enche ho. Tenu akwesi ada. Otumi akura yen asore yen wo na kode ntaman na se. E de bedu enda dwada. It is by his mercies and grace. Beloved, I'm watching more Akwaba. And the hottest ever social political morning show. So my Ghana in the Hano BBR Asia, Hano BBR Western Diamond TV. Western the morning do media. Social media active. Facebook, YouTube, baby. Nsabeka nkrat way. Now so to me ADHD. Na ya crowd say you be some papa. Sister Lydia Nyumini and come in brat. Tano pay and you mean as you know say bibi ntira me bon nyumu yi rade man nka mbrato se no hu Joseph Mobono hu menso mobo se no kai titedifo no won kai menso man nka mbrato ma iniquities the wicked actions e woni mpemu oni padwen boni manunua oni panyanka akwa ho nkwa wa transfer is won yanka bibia ye ne dia se no oni padwen ye se ma obi nya bi FM no nko a emumuyo wicked actions a ekura bi no mo obehyehyem ye dini bone na so no ye free se oni mpankyere bo wasase so oni pase se ofi wakwan bone ho ewurade se oni pa bone fo wo nya ne fe sachera ebeboa wo bidi ade Okyeremaba AS Enchill the radio PRO the text line is 0248071174. That is your text line 0248071174. na yenye bre enkenkan da no pay emfa amount Western in the morning on Western Diamond TV. Welcome Wezo Akwaba Bonalve marhaba kolafia lafia lo. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Wana pay yanku enim na yendi o man Ghana mu enkomo. Na from Thursday no eba. From Thursday eyawa da no eba. Ana edidi nkomo bi ekira ye hwese ebekwa ko wie sen. But onim say last week mu wo edeba ne weekend no. Ensem no bebrebe ana see ya. Afraid the true colors of the NDC yan Ghana fo ye hunu. The true colors of the NDC afei ena Ghana fo ye hunu. Say ye ka kire Ghana fo say abai bi aba first 1 year no will live the good war because abandada no obeji free nsem no wasese nneoma yiye wono eba be di so mfaso nti no se woye aban ye waba so fofora na wohwe ne abandada ne ye no na odi ja wo no se ye ana se enye ba menu mienu Ghana fo be ja tomu se ye ka no amembuo mu a NPP 2017 to 2025 6th January 2025 NPP endi Ghana bro menu mienu ye be ya twensa ene ye be ja tomu se NPP yendi Ghana abro e kwan bia so because all sectors of the economy NPP making sure say we wura ho wa ye bribi monumental something obetu aka say this is visible utumi di we enu hunu talk of health, talk of roads, talk of education, whatever bebia MPP ewuraye si wo wie yo si wan wie yo owie yo si wan wie yo you bet you can say NPP was able to touch every sector of the economy. And who get the near who team me even the NDC one your propagandist no call ya when send a making no kwanwa afei NDC one mo enyom honeymoon na wie the goodwill NPP is set here at the 2-1 for the past 8 years no one mo start say omo di so mfaso but etire no na mo mpase be hunu be bia some goodwill no every ever into no the one mo en some group of propagandists say mon come mountain so mon cause spew rubbish nonsense enche Ghana for say near aircost no enya ban bia no emade mo boy ye nemum yen NDC for ba mu in the past 6 months in the past 7 months 8 months 9 months and ye we num into no yen fa bas body no emfa ma NDC amanyoku a wo mu ne edi wo man eso. But I can tell you on authority yay without any shadow of doubt make you aka no kro omu di akira wo se ne NDC for good one omu di no esi wanya no apa ho abosumi miensa na mienu na ye di suoi NDC for good one no apa ho and over the cocoa sector cocoa sector ho asa no making and over cocoa sector no a and kruam pono ye tu se niani a and some no bebre pay and ewo ho ano pay ye bedi ho nkomo wonim say ndai NDC pese o ka kire en say Ghana cocoa buo no ewo so dodo ne buo den dodo ntino the LBCs the license buying companies no and they won talk Ghana cocoa bi mo ya we but o ya we football administrator and they na ye cocoa CEO Randy Abe won nim bibia for cocoa eduma ho ayede no control because of NDC supporter what the NDC ideologies di woni NDC for na dekata cross so sorry woni NDC for na bokosua etafre woni NDC for na kon nakra na Randy Abe na da TV no so no papa no a wo kwa kwese cocoa akuafo a se bi wo so omhu ofin omokonja no so bon omkoko fo mo nya neat nto no de konya sabe producer obese office chair se swinging chair se swivel chair se dia no de bia to kem Land Cruiser 5x4 na dem ekonya na no ko asi ekonya nim esika nim na da kokoko fam ho na akwa so Randy Abi ano papa we bo no nim wo nim bo mo di bo etie beka papa we bo ana onim bipia wa bon in terms of say bia economy no ye fa ni shape wa bon kun wonya de we papa wa bon wonim bibia fa kokoko enso no aban ye tip no a sabi imperials wo nim bi omo ye e wo man mu ntino ye de sa Randy Abayi akoto koko fuo mu se wono na nye koko bot CEO enfama Ghana koko ekrafo na won tototo en koko no enfam ko bi manso no onye sika mfemfiri mu emeboa oman Ghana koko ekrafo ene oman no GDP no ye tumi pagem na do da koko fuo kwa no ye oman pani so okọ baby na se popito se de no yes oh ye dey ato 207 bim ene ye dey ato we mu ene ato VIP mu ene ye dey ato we mu ene ye dey ato kie mu onu ko yo man pani a all the resources are your mind dia no akura no sabi producer ye nya bibi ka kire no etia no say na do etukwan a na wo de dia ndi atuka mu ene wo de dia mu kan ye e wo man ga na mu a na nka sabi wo do Randy Abe wo ye hwanya wo no Randy Abe no wo ye hwanya wo ye hwanya anya sabi NDC mu na efo na wo aba ban mu na wo ma position say kwa ye kokobo si wanka wo Randy Abe no wo ya hwanya mo bo ya na mo bubu di tira bo na de papa ben na de bro man bo ye is a football yi ade papa ben na ade to our GDP ade papa ben na bo no ye mo man aya ka hunu no mo ye footballers aya ka hunu no mo ye bo ade papa ben nyefiri mo and Randy Abe aka tire yen say the entire koko akuafo from October last year up to now nkani be se kabashima ne hausa ni be se harwal yew up to now yentua koko akuafo sika mfa ma wo mo from October up to now and say Ghana for koko akuafo muntie nyansa samu a and they Randy Abe so wo ka tana mo muntie sebensam hunu a Randy Abe e ka tana mo se mu koko bo na ye den lodo de wo muntumi nto we sat here and told you Ghanaian cocoa farmers say hwe nia NDC free asia di ba no a kire perfect say 1% cocoa bo no omoteso but there another dan kwaku for do 3,131 million am buy omo de 470 cities ya to so aye 35-36 million no NDC 1% omoteso sa 4 million omo ka ho no 1% omo say hwim omo ade NDC 4% omo say hwim omo sika na 400 cities no omo say hwim 1% omo say hwim aji omo ade into omo ye anyway se means bia say we met me at cocoa bono so we told you people I can't tell them I want my gun na cocoa farmers number kwa or ye best cocoa farmer I was a shukodo krum ayen Nana Kwame aye where ye chief cocoa farmer na asem ne ba sa no aye ne ya sina say Randy Abe ekasa asem na chief cocoa farmers ye ba bobo sa video no baba me kwa ma ne so na mene Nana Kwame aye chief cocoa farmer shukodo krum any command pay na not me kind of pay what's in Diamond TV suni matching
Madam Senator, my friend, Namachia, Dana Kuko,
very well. And I'm not a pa because non so kwen yambo ye freeway. Why do you so come pa? Yamisha and what ba woman my guarantee. But I'm Yamisha why? Very well. Now, minimum dear sir, a social media, and I'm no casino so. Coco, you have Western Mumudu Dona Manco school intino. Na abawe ba yo hu se no moye medication wo fom ntino fachem you wo pese wo woro mo ka wo fam abati na minim se social media no mudi agro wo so de a mo siwa wada kokko fure na no Randy Abe say mu ga na kokko akuafo no mu kokko ne board no do ada na kokko boto ba ko yetumi ton 34 million wo my ga na mu ha eno no se be ye no an se na mbin nti ama wo mo license buying companies no eye temo wo mo pass on meto man ga no kokko no nti enda mo ne nanam neighboring countries no ko di ne ade no mo tototo mo dia saka mo bete so aba fam dia fine wo matumi akoton e se dia from dia abra mo samante so dia mu hunu no eno ana mo behunu na me nche nana
yo mi nana so na ma che ni dia phone se ni na si ni dana ni kuko kwa phone ni kuko bu Bọ̀dọ̀ bá a ṣe yàrá kí a ṣe so ẹ̀yẹ́ ní ìṣẹ́kù kòbó ẹ̀yà bá ní ìṣẹ́kù kòbó ọdún ní kúrapò. Láyé ń sọ èyí tí mo ní ìdí kòkó náà kọ́ àkójú ìṣúra. Máa ṣe ìdílé rẹ̀ ń di ẹgbẹ́ ìjẹ́ káṣí ní ìṣẹ́lẹ̀ kúrapò di àná wọ̀ ní kúrapò di bí wọ́n á ní kúrapò. Ṣé yẹn kúkó kúrapò náà yẹ kókó bó ọ̀dẹ̀? Lẹ́yìn kókó bó ọ̀dẹ̀ kókó mi ẹni tí sọ̀bọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ìtàdí kújọ mẹ́rin àgbàdo ẹ̀dẹ̀ tó àtúnṣe. Mo na mo tena so ye nhihye na mo kire se bi na mo de mo ye mo ka implement one mo sin de mo ko afu de mo ko ba ya mo di e 120 le 150 le de tu na ti na ya ni se me ku ko na ku de 3000 de da na mo di amai ndi le wanda da no manda di no mo de mo na mo ka ma se mo ti mo di so ye ku afu di le ni ku ko bo de mama ila di la ba de kendi e ku ni ara se le 419 Otokoti kondisa kikuko nusu media wewe sadia omeka kuingia kwa fomu isia na mfu eme shitu sia ni de from college you for now you supana wewe ujue ni iti umpa bidii kwa afya ubu hawo ni frame ni media na jua wewe kuko ni mabi sia umukusku kuko ni ya no wewe odo mpeda kuna mumra yukundi tu namba yadi kuko bidii ta na ufete ni wewe ni matu umudo mwezo sisi mwanwa no ko tele video ko ka tin ni jire ku afo a o ye ku afo ni ye ku afo ye ku ni ja se ni ba ye di do to so ko ni so ni kon ka ri o ni le na ya ti ni ku afo ye politics ye ya ba ye ka ku ku wa se dia ni ye da so na sa se ke si ni ti ku anwa aka wa pa ni kwa me ja bon tin kon ka se ka ka kon jire ku afo te ya ku na te ye mo o mi na yi ti di na u pia o mu da de ka se ni jire ku afo na so jire se mo so mo de ga na for se guarantee no yinya na se ni ku ku ni na se mo ma sa se na ma ye no fu na ku be ka se ni che na guarantee ni da mi to ku ku no ma na ni bi sika kwa ko ya
yes banana
na o kan de
na ma membre mu ha
onko non kan te ni onko na o sa mere bi na sa ti mo wa kan de bon kan ni kwa e che kwa ni so if you're not going to move people, so we want to on the board.
Oh, sir, and
carry the man on the so to move people, so I will get them one. So can I move people, so also who could be into my uncle for Dana's bone, maybe you say boom, put an order. Also, who could not to any border. Then carry the mouse and move a man on. No matter assuming what you so then who come, we got our contact in our way. No less another shake your hope. Okay. Why you see me for see how they are going to go good. If you don't mean the maybe man of the social media so to push I am here. We are now seeing kind of what to do good so many new and the Kaoka. What to try and pay. Don't have done a good one to one for me. You need to know. You carry the moment. We need a good issue. No man in Kokobo.
Okay. Nana Mamma Musama now. Also, I will say, I am going to decide the cocoa price, and it's true. 64 kg cocoa beans, and I am going to decide the price. Now, I buy no into Okotono man say just what you benyano. No, I bet to moment the amount money at the etisa process na pa. But I will say, almost so egina say, and they dollar no, any cedi no ahu de no any dollar na ya ye pe. Inti no ukura $1 Ghana hobenya 10 cedis some pesos bi ana 11 cedis mpa. Inti no dollar na ho den ni cedi ni ya pe no eno say one factor. Me can say cedi na nya ho den against the dollar no one factor because of come and say that so koton a say no benya no ho in dollars no o de ba Ghana sika mu a na ya kete because cedi no nya ho den against the dollar. Inti no no ye nyina so poppy o mu nyina so a omo de ekasa nje no nana adenti na so yenti ase because ndey wo hwe ekromu esi kromu ede sidi no enya hoden ukura sidi kitu ebenya dollar bebrebe edi kodi dwane ade ho no sanke nyina so ne fantena se nana
enu ni na de de bekasa e ko do vera nsem le bi ni ya enu ti na ban dia de kula no so ku bu na eto no wakutie no ponchi ni
okay
long fast time no kuafo ni ho chi mu ni nfa no de ba ko no kuafo he na ku ba du pensa ni nyan di de kense ku ko mo e ni ti se ni de ku chi ko de la no so ti aban chi mu ni nfa e de ba ko no kuafo so ni de ya se de la no e su ko tia o ba ko na ka no ni ba chana ama ba ni ya ba e ni da da la ti ni anu so ke je ku ko mo chi mu ni nfa e de ba ko no kuafo mo si na do me chi ni da ni na ma e ni ko ni the politics we do no na re ku bo no we bu kire ni enu chi mu ni so ba ku ba ku ni ko so mu ni se problem bit ma ba hun pi abana tra ni ko ku fa no ti pe so e ni mu ti e ma yen ko pa e fa me sha ni ti da ma ni ko ti ni ti ni pe so ko pa so mu ni sha o ko mu ti agent an sha ma o ma ko enu mo pe ni ma ko ti ku ya kana se mu se e ni mo ku ya fu de boa change the way problem be that it is so now we go out and we do na we to go mo da ha to no to na buche na mo bi no kuafo
okay
if you do what you ye clear o ku kuafo da na ni peso so mo kuafo ni na so mo ka te ni na ko na mi kan tra ba ni se on se sa me de no go ba bo no chen o mo ni ta ko ni ta ko de na ko ni ku bo ko so
very well
ye be ni 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 ma o ni o ko na ba ni na mo ni ma o no bo ma no ni Uncle, money to pay the fee. No money
me no ka say prem there were 50,000 tons of cocoa a good warehouse Randia be say yentumi koton ye because LBC no empega no cocoa ni biem sanso mo tomu se hande ye na bo no edin sebi impreneurs anana obi amfa ken amfa cocoa si NDC for so say won mo nka se cocoa bo omo bo mo de be ko 6,500 and 7,000 na now do no nim de wo ye because say dollar no any cedi no yes stabilize cedi no so bi a eno no emma economy nanka se run naturally into no hwese bia na dollar eye 15 and 14 cedis no akwa man say dwa so no akoto koko na ifa se bottle ba akokra ye 15 cedis a na wo de ba Ghana ha na ban tene de ifa se be 9 cedis no the 6 cedis make kwekwafu a unse mo you okay with that because okoto the dollar na ho den no what the bar any cedi no so de no be se sika no aye bebrebe e o mani so na sika no obi yes but mama said that artificial way of dollarization akọ form Mexica e de be wura economy nim say mo de so ye cedi nasen e na ma cedi no aye hata enti na okoto kokoni in dollars wo de bank na skemu na ye ketekete bi eno so mo complain but you do complain but na ma me kan che say General Randy Abe ene John Dramani Mahama sabi Randy Abe entumi ko ye biribi wabra John Mahama enya we it is amoka say abanimbrem abano ni bibia ka kire mo ne kwesa na me ka kire wo no de ono be ka no na Randy Abe ka kire mo no it asem ni tie ne ntenten say Ghana kokko akuafo we sem kokko bon ene no do enti mo nte so na ye nto
anything na no ke che she omo pẹ̀lú be ti di no kure kire Ghana for me be say ni get be kan say ni ase on what I say American because your high and I say that is almost in the cuckoo scan abana ko gidi aba to the people know the Ghana ko gidi aba and no na abana dia ko support to the land so support to the land ni fikana fa ko no so ko mo fi ko san ye di akiti ni ku se ni ku ya abana be kan kire yen je be no no so na to ko on le ka se ni to si kuku na obi ma duma she o sa se the managing director no na o manage duma we manage na so de duma dia no mo duma mo ye mo managing director no manage duma no we say isi duma ni fa oge na se duma ni nkoso a si wo no we duma na nkoso a you can get am no pa no and you can wo ba na we marketing we do to me me e ma mo marketing nkoso a ya pa mo e ni da o produce it here you go for ya say chi ni se mo pa ni ma ma say obi no kura chire Ghana for no work ya on pa mo re dey okay pa mo re dey dey da for that be say e dey ku ko oni onu fu mo ni dey si no ni na da to
na mo dey kra de kam am koto aba man dis na dey na kam
na wuti we na be pe go so kuku ni no dia sa be to ni no dia o be ga wuti me no be ju ga na sa wa
e je ndi sa da mo
na kuku ni na wa ka so ni o je ni de we all the night you are voicing what you are going to be to be on the show na ta ko ni go di ka na na ta ari papa e no ti ku tu ta e ko tu e be na o mo ba yo ba di
e mo me
yeah, Gary, yeah, my daughter. Okay.
Nana Kwame aye chief cocoa farmer I was Shikodo Krom Western North home do cocoa pa ntino ahwa so e de bi enkomo no ibedi afa ntino mo role Randy Abe video ni mame wan na sa service munu a waka che ye cocoa akuafo no papa do cocoa mbapa no do cocoa ntino wodi atam bi kame papa na papa so se bi kanu a me na papa e ti sei e bi kame papa e bi kame che cocoa boarding sabi obi na soma mu ya video na radio role mame na yentie Randy Abe, the football administrator, and they were then Kuku.
We are able to service most of the rollovers, if not all. And so we have been preparing for a new funding model for 26-27. Unfortunately, the prices have come crashing. And so what is happening is that our cocoa at the current price is too expensive for the buyers. And it is the buyers who are financing the crop under this model. So you are selling your crop at 6,400 to them. And the crop is currently being traded for $4,000 or below $4,000. So why would they buy your crop? Because we pay the farmer $5,040. That's the farmer share, $5,040. And if you check, and I'm sure all of you do that on a daily basis, the crop is currently at 4,000. So how do you buy a crop? How do you, as a buyer, buy a crop at, let's say, $6,000 when the crop is actually trading at $4,000 or below? So the situation we have is that you have the buyers now moving to other markets where the prices are competitive. And that is why you would hear issues of we have beans they are not buying, or we give them the beans and we have not been paid. Because now the LBCs who have even taken some of the beans do not have off-takers.
Ya kind of hunde onyame hu onipa wati biara ye biara ka na hunde onyame we hu papa na asha sentem and it's good sa efra sentem na yehu NDC fo nya won beje kunya betena so ebra no nti kokko nkomo no de ebebe ho ebedi benfensi a esa betena so patu nu a oba wo betin sempa na ngona sa ese kra aboso casper padilers a we NDC fo no nei wo mo kra se twa mo ho o mo twa mo ho aboso casper padilers a wo mo NDC fo the entire make us say in 2024 proud to election 2024 aboso casper padilers Benjamin Techiado ye PRO Orusia no apete Orusia no awoso Orusia no agama oye bibia possible and a spare part bono a ban taxes eguso ntia ama spare part bono edin oye PR mu PR ama NDC amanyo kuno same de fi ebo right na Techiado ebo left na small scale manners ebo middle na we mu bo center na media houses bi no show mo kan na mo bogum ni adia adreba foi na mo so dwugum ni na ne so mema NPP aba no ayete tan na won mo di tu yama NDC and then NDC aba na NDC ba ye spare part no bo want to say okay sir 2025 Amampeni asuma finance minister say omreme ready budget for 2026 somewhere November 11th yes me kai as someone finance minister Kesato ban for secretary Ghana for say one more about a new VAT reforms value added tax na no na e-levy ni na se for no ye be yi free so it no sabra no ebe na 11 do betua but this year February and started the new VAT reforms aveye da sorry ya NPP penso ana eto a eda eye spare part so eye 4% no NDC won ba ye won the 16% abekoma na 20% wono pejemu ako 20% so aboso can spare part dealers threaten 1 week strike over 20% VAT over 20% VAT na me say adibi PPN obi ayeye ma NPP ko opposition no obi abenya so akatua baako adibi bia no ade obi ayeye ewo man Ghana mu ha saka bia ni obi ayeye ewo man Ghana mu ha ma NPP ko opposition no obi abenya so asotwe eso akatua baako na akatua bi obi anse beka bia no ebe akatua bone akatua bia no obi anse beka bia no ebe akatua bone because NPP anya Ghana ni be bia bone ewo manyim and obi bia no betumi ne nsesi no boso aka se NPP ewo abemu no wo mo ye me bone obi enu ho nanso entro ene se nya Ghana man na be PR ema eye NDC no ena de NPP co opposition ni say obi abenya so akatua baako and akatua bone nso ena obi abenya and then aboso can spare part dealers esu omusu ma na e de asa bi de betu an se be bisa mu de ntia musuon ye ntumi nya bibi fufuro bi anka ho de ntia mu amusuon na Techiado and the release bi sene me enra omo the press release e de aba ya hese asa betu bi so aka no ne enu no edi nkomo so press statement for immediate release request for review of VAT rates and structural impact on the spare part trade omo headline omo of so ne de na makoko schools ekuta HNDs ni degrees ne doctorate ne nasefo montwe yisumu gamshin montwe yisumu adwen masa meje fi small boy Malik Basentali small boy and this form troy what we din tro e de akere mo ama mo kuta aboni nkata kakaka majimu do safo be din tro de akere mo ama ne maje mo di akoto aba bia ma wo mo so we say nde eso aso twen eba mo so. The also can spare part dealers over association threatened 1 week strike over VAT increased. Respectfully wishes to express its concerns regarding the practical impact of the newly implemented value added tax VAT. Now movies are very reforming tax. Now movies are very nobody be beshemu. No e levy, COVID levy. Ni ade di free mu. Nobody full for beshemu. monument this for. So newly implemented value added tax regime under the Value Added Tax Act 2025, Act 1151. Practically, as it affects fairness, competitiveness, and voluntarily compliance within the spare parts sector, background and market reliability. So that is under the previous VAT arrangement. Spare part dealers effectively operated within a lower VAT. So under the previous regime, under the previous administration, spare part dealers, dealers effectively operated within a lower VAT framework of 4%, which allowed prices to remain relatively competitive while maintaining compliance. So under the current regime, however, the effect VAT charge on the taxable supplies has increased to 20%, significantly altering pricing dynamics within the market. For instance, an item that previously sold at 500 Ghana cedis attracted 20% in VAT, resulting to 520 Ghana cedis. Under the current regime, the same item attracts 100 cedis in VAT, increasing the selling price to 600 Ghana cedis. Into no and they can na okoto ade bi 500 Ghana cedis a utua etro woso no. And this ba ye omo the 20% account no se okoto spare part bi wo aboso kan a ana any of the spare part dealers a utua 600 Ghana cedis. 600 Ghana cedis and a wutua 600 Ghana cedis. Na yenu abarama aye techiado ya momodi ase benya no ne enu edi nkomo bi se omo se nti omo ya asapompa enei omo ebeko 1 week a year strike no enesen na ye omo ana se bi omkoto abama aban we omo ana ka kire se NDC ya aban papa nti no ye ne NDC enye adwuma omo ana ka kire se aban papa aba nti no ye forget NPP omo ana ka kire se no maboma aba form CD enya hoden inflation aba form 3.8 omo ana ka san se mi na nti ekowie se na ne moko 1 week strike mamunko muntramu sa na eyoman na ye chichire oman na ye chichire. Me wo some press releases mienu bi press releases mienu no NDC ekoto aba 31st no 31st, that is Saturday we 7th. NDC ekoto aba 7th. Na a promise I call so I so East constituency because you are a year Nassau Ture Mahama and a member of Parliament for the constituency no otwana nan mo nsiedo na see a pet obi a obejina mu ma NDC amanyoku no na 3rd of March EC etumi akwakwa by election ewo eye ayawa so East constituency. Na the akoba ene say at the end of the elections and a promise omo ye no Alhaji Baba Jamal why Ghana ambassador to Nigeria me kai papa yi why MP pen e wa Akotia constituency before I say eba beji ekunya no NPP ama say hairdressing ni no before Baba beji ekunya no na Baba Jamal na wo so as member of Parliament Akotia Eastern region. Na eto aba no wiye no Baba Jamal nyamu 431, yes 431 ana Hajia Amina Adam awa Yewura Ture Mahama ne yere wono no party ne say nkabe ya mo fa no nko because ne kru na ewuo so obetumi so wontumi no NDC for say fa no nko nti no primary no gina mu wonyamu 399 yes ana Baba Jama nya 431 but yes before primary no omo Baba Jama ne tita afro bi so omo che TV 32-inch television flat screen ana omo che kosua ya noa ene meko kosua ne meko ne ye che e wa ye waso embo ntinso aye waso east embo ntinso flat screen na mu kosua ne meko na mu we fa omo che che no ma pa ntino na kwa se resource na ba ye no inducement ye that dey binom e man for ma dwen de koto aba no na mom ye shoma forumu ma am koto aba ndema Baba Jama ntino party no e de krata de aba de di kan wo mo say wo mo set committee a yewra totobi kwache a wo ye board chairman wo Ghana Gas ono ana obedi sa committee nenim no ma hwehwe mu sa money class sika yetua ye and some of the delegates I'm to abadama baba jama ko so ye no aye ne meko ade hyemu ade ma bi no mu di ye wa ye waso ho no mo no ye hwehwemu na yewura mahama yargo ye majority leader ayi na be di ekiri ene mpenifo bi ba yewura mahama yarga say sa committee ni faso bi enu so e bogo to him ne dia ne say they should cancel the whole results ni enye promise ni foforo yenye promise no efoforo until the clear is coming from the majority caucus of Ghana's parliament majority caucus of parliament ana mo de clear we di aba yewura baba jama be yin ho ano baba jama obe yin ho ano na yebedi sam komo we na ya hwene ekro office of the special prosecutor so e de clear tadi aba say omo ye hwehwemu e de afa NPP for 31st January promise omo ye di presidential candidate and a flag bearer no plus NDC for so dia and on Saturday omo ko ye mususu se siketue bi ekoso ewo primary no emu yeni command pay yewura asiedu kokro eye deputy national communications director NPP. That's a good morning.
Morning,
Yami adum ye ho ye pa na ba chonso e
boko e chew bia uti wese daimo na ya dama so west region 1717 for Dr. Baumia na menja western region regional coordinator honorable Duka na deputy coordinator Basti Chama Basti babe obia michomo omaya de papa enye obia the lead campaigner success to me basa big guys Bukani Chama Basti omaya de papa na mo so ya de pa
sure
and Takoradi constituency communications officer efu and Takoradi efu and Takoradi constituency secretary na constituency communications officer efu I think that the whole entire team in the Western region Baumia campaign
nice one.
You know I was part of the team.
Oh, okay.
When is that account deliver 1771 Dr. Baumia?
Oh yes. But you must no doubt. No doubt. Yebomu na mabaso my idea pa. My idea. Very well. And I know 31st year we first year cry free way. I acquire primary science. I'm yadom Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Baumia and I do na epe. I say obetumi lead party no come 2028 general election no. OSP so the car tadi aba say ne mokokọ ye no. Yesusu say siketue bi inducement bi koso plus NDC for so the omkoye no na no Saturday ye primary sa. Omudi your parliamentary candidate for 3rd March ye by election be wa ye so east no. Just say entwaye ana ye to aba munja magana from Madrid fan to aba. Na mu tue sika chesika ne ade adan
you me say you about the 31st
January
OSP issue statement 7th of February and 1 week
1 week yes
it is NDC for and yes Saturday omukoto aba yes o match TV ni ade Ghana for nya we omugbofu a ka OSP we so issue statement bia
dabi
we should get serious in this country the OSP no ya to aba no na nkumi agency o the other NSS BB if say NPP for BB ya to about 31st OSU to issue statement on the 1st one solid week as an NDC for to ayawa so ifia TV ne moto ni adi pepe mo awa for kasa na ko issue statement and you bisa o say asema okay asema here here egosiata and the America say Kishia Jabin sometimes I don't get it. I was so on that Kishia Jabin guys now deploy Omono, they got the hint, Omo Peki Intel say Omo Che TV, Omo Che Moto, Omo Matre cars in Yadi. You know the agents call on Kobo records of the OSP. They beat them in our house. If anything follow Buoma.
Oh.
And then say Kishia Jabin issues. Yeah, they detained the guys and beat them. One of them, yeah, because he wanted to take videos and others. No much channel on Bono. And then they say, "Idea Kishia Jabin say issue statement to that effect." No, because they are investigating it. The thing is on the screen, but be a TV. So what is it? Every before 1 week here to about if there was anything other than Kishia Jabin, Monday one issue statement, Tuesday one issue statement, Wednesday one issue statement, Thursday one issue statement, Friday one issue statement. This is Saturday server. Yeah, did you only he just want to join the NDC MVP. No, there's nothing to investigate about the NDC matter.
But that Yemisa, is it the first time bar? Yet to about my gun muha, said you did TNT, the ama obiso, because of baby I wanna, but my dear Faka bra, na MOTNT. I don't know, is that a normal thing in politics? From Adam Pencil.
Nemaka, Ubia, what you mean, I don't support Sika Aitia Edema delegates.
Okay.
I have been calling for expansion of the delegates here, and still people are giving money. And that is a problem. And that is the idea in Kasana. We had this democracy. When you want to start elections, they demand, people demand money. The idea and this we are going to get fake people coming to police.
Okay.
And then if you could Ghana, your mind be a Sika, you must have the source of money. And if you know, be at Minya Sika, also a parliament. Obi a Sika, also be the chairman of a constituency. Obi a Sika, also could deny elections. You are not very careful. Now, man, dubious access to money. Now, about the politics in Ghana, this democracy will not have future. The idea we must begin to talk about it. We can say CDD Ghana. I a comprehensive study about this money matter.
Yeah.
So person call parliament, over so regional elections, Sika will say no. We need to begin to talk about this matter. See, I know this any diagro, Obi Koboko, Obi Koke, ni adino Sika, na never regional elections, where Wakujina, Owinia, then you know what will happen. Kenano secondly, former parliamentary candidate, Panya, or didn't work every day as a ground or more reno, narcotics problem. You know, and then acquisition. So we should be very careful about Sikasem. The idea we should allow people to vote without money. Okay? That's what I was telling somebody. Said, so we are poorer. You can look at economic challenges about food, blah blah blah. But one, the installations you feel be co-funding variable. I know who yesterday is now and shut down near the would do any cause about influencing the outcome of results. Okay. Especially monetary and material inducement. What was say Musa that quiet study was so hard very
yeah.
Last hour no because Hajiani Shikaru Chichi and Antilanko Ababajama Chia, Oma 3,000 Oma TV, it was able to change the outcome of the study that Musa Dankwa did. So in Africa now and in Ghana, a material and financial inducement a key driver in changing the outcome of a loss. Now, the idea is here can we are not going to get two leaders to emerge. Yes, I'm telling you. Okay. We are not going to get two leaders to emerge because one year careful, the pockets, those who deep pockets can emerge as winners. I'm telling you.
You can check question Meko. I'm looking
at the material investment and the financial. The NDC. Why say NDC for and then Omakumo 2? The presidency issue statement. President issue statement. Now, presidency issue statement. Only government appointees. Sure. Hajj House and Hajj Board. Baba Jamal ambassador to Nigeria. Yeah. It is easier they have the money inducement, you would just any material inducement. What the government should have done is to refer the matter to SRAG or to the office of the special prosecutor to investigate. You don't say a government communication and you say the party is investigating. What's the capacity of the party in investigating this matter?
Yeah.
Is the party having a strong investigative outfit to be able to unravel the monetary inducement and the material inducement taking place so each last Saturday NDC primaries? No. So the presidency should have referred the matter to OSG or SHRAC to investigate, or to the CID to investigate the matter, because the state is having the capacity to do that investigation. So if indeed there were monetary inducement and vote by taking place, but the NDC, they are telling the Ghanaian people, say, oh, we are researching. Why didn't you say about 2024? NDC for China. Hypocrisy. So we need to be able to come out and condemn this matter, because the election that the NDC won in 2024 and all elections that they have won, their parliamentary primaries, they paid money. People paid money. People paid money before they won the elections. It is why the hypocrisy.
Okay.
Because statement issue, and now was about the 3-member committee headed by one of our great sons of Ghana, a very senior security minister, long-serving Secretary of Security, Mr. Kofi Totobi Kwasi, who served as the board chairman of Ghana Gas. So we could investigate. This is a charge. It's for optics. The matter, if really the government of the NDC and the party of the NDC are serious, they should begin to be talking about this monetary matter. Why they go to the election?
Okay. Very well.
Why they call election? A delegation. So we should stop this. The Ghanaian people know that now election and that is something that we need to begin to condemn. This delegate system, we must begin to abolish it from our party, internal party levels. Yeah, we will be standing there, but look how we are still about for this car. Election and if because NDC is so more expanded, or college later, and almost I'm not going to promote Germany. There were wide spread issues of money payment. Everyone's moved back. We are all losing election. He wrote a long article about monetary payment. Of course, any good in the NDC. What did the NDC people do? And the nation of my power now, Jessica, just 12 months, 31 days. Now, Jessica say your chimotors. She can't feel what they buy. That's what the Ghanaian people are asking. She can't say, what about Musi no more day, or my no more, say, Ghana, every before I say, so Utiaka. And the NDC consulting offices now, according to the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, Mr. Fakandi, was able to be almost 20,000. Okay. These are the matters that the Office of the Special Prosecutor should have been investigating. That the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC went to a party program, told them, so Remo Kama, that they say, yes, but maybe 20,000 Remo. This is the matter that the OSU should have investigated. Not said, I know they are or the other, and this is what I come and Ghana for you, I to say, the election I have fine. Yeah, they no acquisition state myself, you are investigating, alleged, a vote by in the MPP primary. From where?
I say vote buying and vote selling. Just a Democrat Tom with the end of music to be no,
yeah, so what we are talking about, Mr. Just 12 months. 12 months, 31 days, and this is what you know. The Sika Muchicha across the country, Sika for party for across the country. That is what we should be investigating. Now, where did they get the money? Because they are telling the Ghanaian people say every people are saying every people are saying minor come to each other Ghanaian workers. Sometimes we can send you out here with a good water democracy, you will not even listen to them. And the only our Munchi statement or Munchi statement for the optics, the Ghanaian, the right who are watchers now who say abandon and no make you
okay. Mate, Dada, FNC about just a minute now. Away from this politics, social issues. Abosu Casper Padiless Tichiado na yo PR and they almost 1 week strike all because VAT reforms here you have to force in car say omo be sakire mo yi levy covid levy ni dey levy free mo no na tumi aboa Ghana dwedifo no ene omo ba ya new VAT reforms omo ye no spare part nko 20% ana omo dey atoso ntino spare part dealers nso omo ntia ase se omo ko strike e dey omo say me friend people mpenufo ni bia na me kan kire omo say munka bi ma wo omo because say omo ko mu bu pa
yo say dey bia me kan say abayu net so no ya da ko da na we were not going to say almost $1 stable at the dollar stable I didn't spend parts in the world it means that the taxes now has increased anything on more food and they are not being sincere of them so I know money pharmacy could Minister of Agriculture very eloquent minister Eric Opoku also when the people present came up cocoa pharmacy 6,000 on the after force Minister of Finance I see a mom 6,000 and on my baba 37 no come to India so after 4,000 to knock off I buy new and consider no first can come over so what is taking the government back? Government gets money $10 billion after paying to the economy. I give them money to go and buy the cocoa beans and cocoa farmers across the country. Almost 3 years can go to your mama university and the secondary schools and the other and the correct money. And I know I contact now with this on video. Now I'm going to make also generally. And I say it's too early. They are so small. They don't have the capacity.
Okay.
We are able to try but to do things, we're doing it. Because 110 hospitals are almost by the year, not progress because of mobile or my yard or my year at the forefront. Why we do your background of nurses even within the last 1 year mobile community the making no money is going to cover because can only cover and can also to 20 and 30 minutes my operation I'm a very good nurses me other medical staff and we fee no more for you. We are looking they are not forward looking. And that's what I'm saying that this 12 months, 31 days, let us ask ourselves what clear policy has the NDC like.
Okay.
What? If you are not the Ghanaian people are watching. Chicago, the Ghanaian people are watching. They are watching. And they will take a decision in 2028. How is the FPP for us? We are and the presidential fast bearer of our party, Dr. Baumia, we have taken the ground running. In the coming days, we'll be enrolling a lot of things to the Ghanaian people, what the party will be doing in the future.
Okay.
The immediate, the American is the dollar cover. So who said no matter to say you, they said now we still can't face that part, and cover. I see, I that be only free and that question. Way, no muting yet, almost even higher. Always, almost doing a better mobile with the previous guy, almost 3 years, I was over higher.
Mate, even the medicine no pay. All right. Yes, you take Dean here and your crow. The basic piano.
You must to power.
Okay.
Yes, because my this year we have interview with Kasebi, but one for our call, maybe I see the American people that come about me. We see people are losing hope in democracy. If you want to be more, they must begin to work hard. And this is democracy cannot go more than 5 years. I've talked about it. Dr. Nations, Dr. Okay, see, many of the youth now, intelligence officers, interview, they say they don't want the democracy. Democracy give you hope. And then in Sono, at the same, and I'll be able to say the ones that go and read a report that Ramos has given to the national security and the presidency. That there's political interference, too much political interference. So that is all aquatic environment across the country in USA. It's doing that say, you're quite in there, democracy give you hope. If you want to, they must give hope. they must demonstrate that they are into self. But the I'm telling you, that the Ghanaian day by day, this democracy, the broad masses of the young have performed because it's not inspiring, it's not giving hope, it's not creating opportunities. It's just democracy creating opportunities. Job. What is the agenda for job creation? Are we opening up the economy? What you looking at?
That's Matodia, my fancy and spare part from Sydney, I said, I know must new community. Martin, all right, Yamisha, Papa, Yura, I said, Kukru, a Deputy National Communications Director. Mam call Manusam and Yura Benjamin Techi Ado, ending common free. Ben, good morning.
Hello.
Now, who ye?
About the I'm sorry.
About the admission on your pa, Western Diamond TV to me radio as a pan of pay. So I just saw.
Oh, because I'm a shame of
Yeah, we got him. Very well. Young community na afei. Monkomo kwana ni ye di am who say we remi. Spare part abo under previous government, you know. Any taxes are not that's the VAT no. Any and they are most of more cost strike. Say abana nka bibia mfa ho a the 20% obetumi ha adwen wada ma company nu ma yen na nka eye for now let me tell
well mami nti o hwe for people there nekre ni nyame anim ni say me dika compare mutu na nka mama time here better than the Kufa administration.
Okay.
One. Yamono ye the exchange rate no na determine bibia. Ubetu kwaya $1 and ticket mama can question we edu Kufa the time baby no enya ne 4 years 8 years ni now edu baby no dollar ni say ehuri kosoro na ko do 17 utu kwaya u ticket kwa baby 40,000 but net 40,000 and ucha no 15,000 18,000 2,000 into ono kwa no actually say mama time we better compare taxes another time almost the policy by yes compliance policy wana ye the kofofo be transfer no e buy ye kan ya amantie abuso kan be du ho na ye so gira pe na mo twekwa akire na the compare na me kaka say compare na ka abawe the odi ekwe eye because don't I will form seed negina policy rate interest rate because do baby interest rate Ghana 40%.
Sure.
It's not to say the high side, but the issue is say it's in a yatu aba. You ma pay for or nisha aba. Now you 4% to be the force spare pass. I didn't make on the 5% except 4%. Now me to say be 420. Now me parliament tax na me atia ma buy 20 cities no. Ono na about we buy almost 4% no could do 20% no. Na into the money you have 50% back at the holiday. Obi aya way. 50%. And you separate. And you get fund 2.5%. And you NIHL 2.5% on a separate. And your COVID-19 1% on a separate. It's a Ukambuma 21%. And so what is it? See, VAT 21% now. ASR four components when it could be 21%. And about we buy where you combine the fuel. Where you have 1% where you have 1 and now almost can boom almost 2.5%, we don't have 5%. No, I'm not 50% in the whole. Previously, there is separate. But you follow me there.
Follow pa.
Previously, there is separate. And no market can boom. No mind 20%, you know. And that's 4% flat now, and that's the position. I say, what race of Jerry, that's what my buy. And no more year flow, no more 20% anymore, about 2 years. Across board, Obi race of Jerry, be of qualified be a I want to see Debbie. Yempre money yet,
But I say mo penny because me no ka say kra no di ka say compare na Kufuado ne John Mahama membu no ka Mahama de ne ye kra nti ka bibia no say o ya mo complain you na ada na wo say mo penny I say mo penny
na say ma tro mu say say me kwai e kwa manonia me ticket kwa pokra obi why you go back 10 years crop because we no nya report zakat
jina homa me wada homa ba onim say e favor won so no en favor koko krini because on so koko buo no e ba ne sa no e ba from ton so ntiase e enti me no ka say momu sa na ye da ma mo ba koko akuafo no wonu mu usu o ti asesa
me pa so me nya ko ni ti me ntiase e to de me ko wa me ti me enka bi
engasa
so to say
but me to ase but you see o man no yenya de bia stabilize stable obi an ko beto no ba se mumu pene muti a koko akuafo no so esu
Debi ni What we say ye your Ghana nyina we kuani o we den o bibia ye spare pass o ya we kuani o car o be fa kuku eye car eye spare pass ya o so isam o to emo o to den eye spare pass amepa we se ukutaka o ukwaduma eye spare pass ya ana me boa
okay
it is spare pass the akwen o man akoma Stop us just you know, your man akoma. Would that spare person no? You know because we are seeing him. That's a stop us in one can't be a human.
But remember more how I don't say be a mechanical, but
oh no, there be a
community. With that spare party, okay, spare party or man akoma near the so Coco creating news won't change your bed and talker. What be sound? Coco for the doors and a walk out my gun. What be sound?
And I'm making out say now journalist. I ain't gonna walk out.
I was also Coco side one yet abreast with internal and it comes to in some Chomuswa. Meaning, say you are abreast with some community and Kayendi Momon common. Why?
Yeah, I think something. What do we call a year?
And you know, Tinton Tiny Castle, Yamara, young community.
But seriously, what was the reason? Yeah, you're very legitimate.
Sure.
What's so Maya and so behind your password?
Yeah.
So what I say. To be in your first war. By year sector, no, the reason why I cast and say, also beside me say, oh, compare, and my emphatic statement now say, it's as a dollar could do 17 and never bore a cost ticket in Yako. And I follow over the estate rate a year 6 buying.
Okay.
And he said, a costuria over corner. A year wow rate, what by the Amaya or Ghana, and the idea, a little ticket. And he said, a buffer man. About every qua don't above as the aquatic season. Oko embassies now you are still using old rates. And when embassies work.
Okay.
No, so yes, some people use old embassies work. The question is are they you need regulatory body biana a bit check embassies now. Oh, but this has a don't about season to know. You need go so because that is a amamono almost starting for. But the issue they say. Say open for me. Now Ubia who say, oh yeah, they get from so yeah, don't know. Now also faculty could be so far at 4% now. It means say, Papa now in also a be a be very good beam. On the argument to know. Because me idea meton 50,000. Also, me working 50,000, 20% of 50,000. Now me found to my Robert I didn't know me. Million woman shares also on register GRE.
Okay.
It's already it will not affect or no GRE no register. It's me a register GRE. Me na me free agreement because over to the money and the body. So ma. Over corner or woman share no.
Sure.
It's technically the me free agreement. And I see the GRE there you move a memosa. I'm money able to say, I'm making sure say, Obi or 20 be more register.
Sure.
No more register now. Nobody in Kakasa or no Ubani's Cassere, Kumana or Morisa Jerino. Now start the bed you have about Tomoso. Now, put a phone or Mukusia, who Debbie America. I almost say, maybe a controversial. Abusukai, Umpu, one of the biggest association in Ghana.
Sure.
Abusuka as good at that. Abusuka think as good at that because yeah, kasi at to yen to me. You best strike here. Oko buy be. You know why? People start questioning me. You did a couple of time. That policy by a techi. We una ujemu. Una say to so mu. And mama time we. One she. Nam say there be. Because of say good for say how many years for the engagement. Now mommy and chum engagement here ready. Now you engagement here ready ah ni bi hu. Ampa so you make na na be we say how much year we can ready before. It is say I'm so careful the sacrifice here ho.
Okay.
Integrity. Near the 30 pace no e be beautiful you know Ghana ha. Because okay. Say the ebi muswa o ma go tell meeting sa papa bi no be fun beba ba ye de ye ko meeting bia ye be strike wo form
oni adi o be so kuta padlock na na ma ha eh be yo nya botre ba ayi keti ayi
yeah
kasa
o say ke ye di tumi bi show sa
yes
am odama for anu a ya ye di amafo ne pe. Even though you now be an interest or be an interest, but my amount for no do interest, no, and we are son, I won't interest them.
Okay.
So we are also the interest your first. You go for a water baby. Only me intervene.
Yes.
So no, that you go to justice.
It's true.
Because my amount for interest and the one.
Yeah. Now obi abrofo pe wasem say dey na we di we ntumi nyo he. Me hu picture bi oni broni bi ginam say me brei. Na onim me ti on homa no say bi no so bon homa no pan do dey. Na yemfa nkomo no nyenti titi. Da be na mo ko strike no because me nim say mama ban no within a week no mo ko strike and mo be ko week. E mo be ko strike no 1 week. And na say mama ban 1 week. Some be ko strike.
Ya momu 1 week and negotiate Friday no.
Okay.
Saturday, Sunday, and say free. Next week, Monday, I was supposed to be move.
Mum,
there be able to now over Quedma. What know your Bema? Would you be
some mama abano iron popular? Mamma in this abano, I say, and coffee whom we chin them. Mamma, yes, how
there be say. So, oh, yeah, dear. Na ade na oye no Ghana for do na so why oye na wasa I can ho na ade na oye no wo di bibi ba be se na kende eye wo na wo pe na oye sa na me bo
okay
because o na wo pe ke me uni me
yes
me ne chief of staff ye fine pa amabo bi sam se techi na so ni chief of staff ye fine na we ni there Anka na one from one am say there be you mu amamusa me ma for na nka je say me fa for no pe obi almost ni omo pen na me nyama omo na me yama omo strike no ye be ko o say ya kwakura pa ga me yare
tiji ma me da say no pay
me say tie ni
me tie
me say ya kwakura pa bi be yare
ya botre ma nyale
because say ya nye for 4% to 20% ah ke obu obeka say fa no ho me dem qualify na so qualify a e bia na o kire bi when you sika bi oba be business bia na be for be fall into it ona be who need you
nyaminsa wo
onia anopen ko me fa nko Hawaii na
ye di obi finish in the
okay ma te samu ya ne sa na ye pa
ye di obi finish in the ya e say ye ne and I mean meeting ko o meeting ko me ma because they say ya na ye wo say they want to be meeting no na say compromise bi ye dey
bem
na amako me for for member mo from kwa member
mo ko ba se ya ne ye twabor mo se makọ jeje envelope na ma ye din na mo de ahye sem wan ye taka pa
e ti say wo be se meeting na o fe meeting like I say ye 5 to 8% they propose here no wo be get to already they will say the exam and they say ya get to so ye be ba na that's na 20% in the edwuma
that's it we madam for what because o kan kure papa I mean shira o to the o primas paper dealers na o prima kokwakuafo catch his excellency John Dramani Mahama o the first chief of staff so you regular zebra say economy no ho no you fit be artificial e friend say dollarization sa sika na omode pump go economy mu na artificially ama ne memu ay stabilize no ehye sa na run economy you leave the economy to run naturally because say no sika ne akọ free bank of Ghana dollar intervention na oman nu ay ease kakra na Ghana for ehye de ne ehye no producer no so no won produce because inflation no musu gina so de to no mabom no mo de about 3.8% ono hunu say na adwuma na wo ye no onu nti mo ma bi bien stabilize na oman na kasa running naturally when you show mo catch on mama why
Mati so obeti dia
obeti na wadafo pan chief of staff on tie so obeti me da se pa baba okay you know Techi Ado Benjamin Techi Ado aboso kan spare part dealers association woman communications director na say PRO and you know edin commander no pay me so kanche regulars Debra so kanche John Mahama his excellency artificial dollarization na wo ye no that dollar intervention na wo ye no winjai no more mine running natural running natural running natural yenje man running natural enu mum de betumi aboa oman no winjai so de oman sikedi wura economy no mu a emfa so bia mbreye no but ye hwe local story ba ko a anopei eno ne de ebesi na nkomo na aka ekire no ye de wura yame yadema wo kina no nkomo mienu bi ate aka mu but ye hwe local one no ye na se kwan wo mu a ebehwe the other side no nyimtunu bi ezi pa abobo obonyo se megina konson so atukuro twama se kodwanse tuo ma bia pa agusise komna foso aso anyima ye na so ko treta down ma medidu akwa ne keke mama mu apiafo me ka mo tia se en rap me kasa en rap wase megina konson so atukuro twama se kodwanse tuo ama bia pa agusise komna foso aso anyima ye na so ko treta down ma medidu akwa ne keke mama mu apiafo wa yade no no gina konson so tu ko twama se kodwanse tuo e ka se ko twama se unu ma boako leopard ne samra ne kodwansa because ne e den we gina konson so atunutuo ama bi kura pa egu sisie kobnafo so sisie kobnafo aso we nyina yo anka se wa yade otume ku aboa we dia ne mo akotre na tada wo de bi akwo no so ama tehwe fo no se wa yo nya twum so na se Ghana forma ene enne ba mama ko sekendi ende ye gina sekendi kakra because sekendi na Fija her side no no though Fija is not part of secondary constraint but make in general terms 2021 25th December 2021 Abrante ben your friend no Joseph Enchill were a taxi driver a taxi driver what the car allegedly posini our duty our nurses quarters e wo Fija ho no 2021 asem na making na akoba ne sa no police nya no mount barrier no mini pa ono crime say aye some operation bi kro na yefunu so kodi poison bi obi no poison no ne ade madafo pa me kai se mihia no takwakwan nim ana o search car na metimu ohumi ano say Okyeremaba utimu bi o de monko ani ekoye eni na account na so yes you a person na what the can no ko ball posini allegedly no ye no koto secondary cells ema abrante no ewuye e wo cells 2021 na asem na ko court akọ aba saa ye de sene ye de kone ye de ba ne ye de sene ye de kone ye de ba enko wie no court rule say Ghana Police Service won muntua 2 million Ghana cedis and farmer Joseph Enchill ne busua na ne bra pani eye Kwame Apia ono no anopei wo ye mame time Joseph Enchill ne bra pani eye Kwame Apia wanda wodi assembly chi saa ma assembly nei ewie mu peyo ma yesi yentua 2 million Ghana cedis and farmer Joseph Enchill and they wonya ne yamefre ne busua na Kwame Apia eye Joseph Enchill ni junior brother bro ya wato na mo nsie do no ni junior brother Kwame report me come achen
yeah ni aja
Okyeremaba ni o Western Diamond TV so ni
oh pacho yami adum na wase me hu ba ko no
all right maybe I was na say empty room wada obetumi apia bonti kakra ma ni etumi di komo na ya hwefo so atie nkan ya why
Motomate.
Okay. Kwame Pia, yenni common free say. Yen ka ye yawo de na so minim say 2021 ye na no ye de ni edidi ekire kakra eduru be bi no kwa na ya ba mu ya gbu because na court no ye konabra saa efa no unua pani Joseph Enchill oto na nanom onsia do ewo secondary police cells parama atamuo no aba ede ne yese yenya mabusua no emprempem unua no ekowu ye police cells no
Eja me da se na ne pe kwanya wada mame e wada mon TV so you go pay me nyina wo court last week Thursday court then ka ba so 28th of January ma ye kwa no BBC entema na judge no fantama ye twen so ne yo me so let it be but I'm not about so Thursday be ba so judgment na ba ni nyina ye go pay me nyina no and they say court in the mu no from this court out to first high court to second high court no and say in the doctor no report ni no police for na eku nimpa no nti court say police for no entia mo cheka from the one on question up to time e be yi mu no police for entia mo cheka no na afi no eji no kanya police for no fa na court so the tom say for immediate effect omi yi mu ni ma ye ni ensie no because I say feji ma che 4 years ni be for years 2 months. At the same time, so no, what is she say? Ebusiano, or my idea, we put for 2 million Ghana cedi. Yeah, you pay 5 million Ghana cedi. But cost is a moment 2 million Ghana cedi. That's here. And I say, a KBA ya bought from a dance in the sea to now, no 810,000 Ghana cedi. No, what I say, so much. Name no, I did back what I can't want to say. Can you demand no? And the court say, you can't with some man of fancy car, no, they are put for fire car, and one no put for no talk. Now, at the same time, no, a year casts now, time I drive in the man, says no original, 76 for a day, no, just 2021. No, they think a genie in a come to my cousin, but court says, only 10 days since.
And to Unia, me took one say, yeah, they tell me difference, and they say, yeah, can you see and when we yana start here for each day, your coba ye. Unia Joseph Enchill, or a peninsula, right?
Oh, or a peninsula, me, how many years since 2021, some soon away, no, 53 years.
53.
Yes, 4 years, I can go 50 years, 57 or 50 years behind. Community this year.
Now, or you know, ma, madam, or
Colamians, I send the CN and making the back at one compo JSS, only school. I said, we last year.
Wow. Okay. And to me to say, yes, I just say, Unia Joseph Enchill, as I speak to you now, Okyeremaba.
Much of the social freedom.
If I'm Quanta.
Diabetes was also for a funko.
Hey, Unia with dear me as a summer in war, party, Unia with dear me. 4 years. Oh, free you move.
4 years no time I only quiet no assassinate in the sea no. Who's the phone no call? If I got much, I bet we have Yahweh. Because as soon as you come, maybe we shall share, but not some of the cool. No man said, I'm the quiet. In the 27 December, was a negotiation, much a police station negotiation, radio command and go for no. No, I can tell me the 1.3. You do Dakar. It's the question I'm catching. I say, and when I Oshano, I'm going to make a smoothie now. What was say, woman, who say on a sign on it, and Tassie. There's a smoothie bin. The quarter more order, I think we municipal at once. That in the acquaintance on 27th and a month to say Funko. Okay. I want to put smoothie and the Funko 27 up to now. No, I want to say, make us my only for smoothie 3 times. Because first one, a quarter of my acquaintance, no. Reports in the buyer, no, and they get the police for many reports in the CA. No, I'm sure I'm second one, a quarter of order. Until the second one, third one, quarter young to because no quarter my order.
Okay, police has been only an way.
Motor second police house.
Okay, and then they see here day 1. That is a year 25th December, right?
25th December, yeah.
Then they see here.
Oh, they see here and say 24th December, a Friday. 24th December, Friday. Sorry. Oh, program, our Poly Park.
Yeah.
Made it ID. Yeah. The Park will say, be in the Fijay, the club was no Fijay. Yeah. This is how the piece was commanded. Travis started with a Juma. Hannah, you but no, or car will feel you bear it now, or that I cannot cry on your call. So the clients be aware of normal age, my own friends on my power. And so kind of wife is there. The clients not for so provided or come overnight. Okona top green, na nika, short nika black. No do ko adwuma. Nti asem si we fe kwanta, that na single lane na ilobu lane send there ilobu lane, no single lane. Nti asem fe kwanta na necessary quarters, over 20 to 1 no, when asem say that we no to barrier. Then so if you kwa so ban the police for no stop no. Nti the driving side mirror no. Ndọrọ side mirror no na ebo police no only police no car or say car born no so car born unconscious but you yes should be able to say car driving mirror ebo nipa ntumi man show from unconscious fine yati ase so the car na bo yati ase car na bo unconscious nti would two officers like car ho no na dem bra no call cells and call cells na wo say good samata bi na ma wo ko Fija hospital aba say to say kwanta e ko kwanta say this working way working distance enye ya fa plane fan call. The good Samaritan na also go Fija hospital no. E dey na be ko sim report be so na e ba report bi amba. Na we go to police diary ni mu say car na boss atan 130 na do 130 na 70 na car na boss no ko ni sekini na ba be sick day. E won go hospital. First lie. Yes. What about cause ka say some car na boss no good Samaritan na also go Fija hospital. One eye two. Which is wait. Well, I said to say for kwanta.
Okay. Jano na ma police for better no control says how many days no di was says or the free mo no.
Oh, that day no quiet now. Don't Saturday I watch one tonight Saturday 25th. Saturday no quiet no and about 5:30 let's live 4 hours. No filming.
Nti police for na man ahoma so fan courses one I say dey no dey cheche no kon no mo ka say on one sign ho no.
Me pon show one fan ahoma cheche no ho.
Me say police for say o sign ho ana on a committee suicide.
What's the phone say on the against now? Na sign ho.
Na o ko say asase ma wo ro ma ne ka boxer shorts ana.
You say self dey ye dey ko to wa. Atele we ye wo hu ya boxers.
Sure.
The boxers come down when they me you be am na fi. But mo say oba na say against now no say no. On mobiles, on say boxers nta mo jara ma no ko inside. Ne be so ko shinika. Fine. Since we no oba no according to Manga Semuni Master say oba no me go mo 17 jolo me ka mo 18 never so this so ya tade ye bon po ye o bon po be short na we say professor into be entitled enti we go say bathroom one outside no ho na from baby say so ye odrofo wo bi ho work it bi ho e fan drafo wo we gida ho kwan po we ma so e do window na no nti nipa na mo so ma sa no ho no wo hwe picture na the let no esi do afọ no so eme mo akọ na right si for ni chitwe ban yen ya hwe ni se nipa bi asan no ho a na se wo si for ma wo tetani wu nti ha kam so bi a wasan no ho no na let ni si do afọ so mo akọ na ni na let right si for ma ni chitwe ban mo so wu I want to say na because nipa bi asan wo ho a one yo mark go you come here for Adam Sapo
yes voice box no.
Yes, ebu at the same time, we dey be full him anyway ni asiaba. O do tama be ro, o ko to le tegu an so we je wonai. But say the beer anyway e show sa.
Okay. Kwame apia nti no da ban na court no ahye police service for no say omuntu scan fa mamo no ama munde fo bi a on face scan mbra.
Cause ka say with immediate effect, but one thing is say you person ko judgment no wiki. Na ye press conference.
Mo be no
be press conference Fija taxi station ho. E ho no ye dwuma. E
wo hemfa Takoradi anase.
Takoradi Fija ya.
Fija taxi station baby a Mobek ho na.
Mobek ho na.
Okay.
Nse kwaje mo ye kwaje ye fence judgment na ya 5 days for press conference no.
Okay.
But because say immediate effect no one might is a specific date with immediate effect no mo
okay timo dem ye press conference na what ma homa no na me no edi communication wo why
mo se mate
yende nyame ase se yende nyame ase judgment na ba but ya so se ma hwe mo de hye ntimo nkafra na mo nhye den me kra de me sua mi suo ni se ibi kwekwe yubra pani na ase ye hunu nanim yie ni because much dey share what chesa no 4 years and 2 months to say den
opening you can no call that in say me may share court so this was court no court efre funku much ni we Dr. Mensa
okay
e ba ka chen say inu no hye wo no asama won to just atoso na mebusi an ko police phone call no mo hwe na inu na say every time I say because was Yasamo. Is your quay, I acquire say, Muna say, yeah, Dr. Mason, so another case was what the share was such a man say. I was my order, such an answer was as someone. There was a say, yeah, I told him to be Yano. I didn't think that what he says because as well when they had time so maybe talk a Yimuno. This won't not say, as I say, yeah, a day. I need to watch him and I say, you say, because I have private matter. I will have it now. Okay. As soon as you want to say, Yano. Until the one I'm supposed Muno. Oh, since it's the idea, I said, it was an Tanasi. Aha. It was just an air paid it to be, you know. Okay. Aha. Mate, in a baby jam, why? What's a matter? What a woman? Yaman count with the Monka France, so shedding. Much material. Mammy appear, Joseph Enchill, our year taxi driver, or ye me free fijai, at the quarter 2021. All because of what the car they are both pushing. Now, Ninian switch remove. I driving me on a ball, no, because what to barrier and I mean, this year. Now, me, I brought you about quite posting only meeting come in a disguised way. And I know what I say on one. Just there was also who may send me no Okyeremaba no Okyeremaba what kind will be nay here, but when me jina check a credit in come watch them. Fan of case here home. And I make us me can me DHD or so, sir. When him say that time na carbon na my operation me yam. And we yin yam kyerɛ me kyerɛ sɛ my in operation be so be a poison no in same bebrebe ni adia. So no na ono nko adia. There's that time in my operation and now so say can't born before operation so after can I born who could do and the on one someone but what than where the mammy so no and this posting in Joseph Enchill at the car at the born no into no Enchill court and swam and judgment young bomber they say Ghana Post Service 2 million Ghana cedis ACK is Kebia Muntia Famu na 210,000 Ghana cedis almost say expenses on my year and the Accra much record 4 years in Nini police for Mbutia can do so money from Mofaka and Fama Womo and a day 70 Ghana cedis says I know Emaka Onano Mofani na Famo but yes a court as I say almost 10 days sales and Enfa Bushano no Fama Ka Onano Nina Kemfuano yada court nurses one matin na court na do baby justice and say delays are na Ghana for say ye deny justice but court delayed is not court events and justice delayed is not justice denied send ya and they yatias you know 4 years a month justice a delay but you deny one justice ye first in and homebra and pay now ever the bokra tamubo so no and to us 52 minutes past the hour 7 and pay Samuel Usu was say mempeme ho asem obi na akoka abekame. Good morning.
In this life we must be prepared to fight the hard battles, prepared to work hard and be prepared to withstand difficult circumstances. I am glad that you and I have successfully fought the hard battles, worked hard and withstood the difficulties that came our way. And tonight, victory is for all of us. I am grateful. The MPP is grateful to you all, and Ghana is grateful. I need to reiterate from the outset, our tradition has an enviable history of selecting leaders largely based on the mood of the party. At any point in time, our party unites around an individual, usually the best bet for national elections and governance. This individual usually emerges meritoriously on account of loyalty and contributions to party growth. It is our members' way of rewarding loyalty, vision, competence, and sacrifice. Our members have done this meticulously and repeatedly. As democratic space setters, we need to respect the wisdom and the decisions of our members represented by the delegates. It matters not which side you supported. Winners and those who didn't win at this particular time, we are in this together. All true and committed members of the great MPP need to embrace this civilized and time-tested way of selecting flag bearers. Political parties are assemblies of like-minded people. Whilst we may believe that our ideas are the best, we should be prepared to accept that there might be other ideas that may serve the larger interests of the party. As it is often said, after competition comes cooperation, and our expectation that all party members will apply themselves to this principle. It cannot be the case that one's support for the party is maintained only when those we support lead. I want to stand on this energy to make a passionate appeal to all members of the great MPP to let go of whatever reservations they have and come together. We need every idea, every voice, and every piece of advice to help us preserve and protect a proud tradition bequeathed to us by our forebears. Let it not be said anywhere on any day that the party of DJ Darochi, Peter Alagete, Odoy Sykes, J. Kufuor, Professor Mike Okwe, C.K. Tedder, J.H. Mensah, Aliu Muhammad, Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, among other great patriots, could not handle disagreement as natural ways of stating alternative positions.
7 Samuel Owusu was say only penity fiena so say me de hwemfam ho a ebedu baby na asam kro na ebebare nkom me de hwemfam ho sa won se de bia asam kro na ebebare no. Okay, yeni command pay do boka tamobo so ana ye de to so abena sewa ameni ampon atena se anopay na nkomo no bebre nso an ya tafre ho ndey koko ekuafo a yetwi wo mudi randi abese Ghana koko bo no ede no donti no LBCs no empeso meto Ghana de spare part dealers so NDC buy the 20% and they are pay wo so se muntua VAT reforms no ene koma hodo bi so a and they drum hama shebo se oba GN Bank any other banks say ajo mo lance from same in 2019 no oba restore the ama wo mo so no amara do other Bank of Ghana no was say master GN Bank ruling out because no never who do bintina you to be find the licenses and farmer no and when the one is about the weekend was so say 31st January primary se kwaye yi flag bearer for NPP no and end it for the on Saturday 17 primary no omo no ayewa so east no secretary minister chebini vote buying ni vote selling because wa ode krata aba se oye nhwehwemu e de afa ho this and many more and no pay issues are trend there wo yen abefo tintafidio no so abra good morning emuye
nyame adom
ye do ba de nyakopo ase otima Samuel Usu baye no ontie mu nzemo no
se medwe me wona
yisembi wo nyimnim ose woni penity fie na o yese me de hwemfa me ho a ebedu bebi na asam kro na bebere ne kom onye hu anu bi enye ye akwese ndisi amembo e de mfa ye ho ye ne ebu ye man dati asam kro na bo se bebere o kom o me hwefa wo enye ye
o ande
soti ase
etiase
o de ben so ka se mo be kan de na afa ho ni bibiaka mamincha
shafona mimo mwakaba na kwa ya Jordan na mimo mwakaba family western in the morning meeting so I think me person make some of the trending issues are so
all right
about ye janum kokofo no me hu say yera Dennis Miracle Sabwaji why the people's forum on this Ghana for being titru any janom near nanom cocoa crafoni be did committee on consensus. Now the feedback from the party in government, you know, and it's a propaganda no in a cocoa crafona yabo manano a NPP faithfuls and a wagada womu ano. Na me who sa no na me bisa say aban de cocoa crafo ka na se wonde wonka.
And that is the question.
What the infant say no kre send your work and a MPP for niabo aban do wonka na wonde wonka. What the wonka right? Into no ke bia no a new concern raise. So what are you defending? My young kai Ghana for say yera Eric Opoku and never ye agric minister. A party abra at the peak of the election in 2024 as the campaign in 2024 no wako onuya mami
onuya TV musa on Captain Smart cry interview
e can say Koko Ekuafo they deserve better say Koko Ekuafo ma enya scholarship. Also, when you go to the cocoa grown areas, I will be a friend is a passbook. Cocoa show no cotton cocoa, I record and then 98 February no, Abia Abana Sewa beton cocoa bottle say. Aha, kilos say. Na ya tre o passbook no. What can say? Cocoa creamy beer or passbook if you say it me special insurance bimpo. Edi Emma womu. Na womu me to omo breastwaba. Omo breastwaba no watch mu at that time. And he said, "Womu koko buo no kan betumi if possible yema womu 2/3 yekoton a yemfa emma womu." Ni na some of the big and juicy promises the then NDC government opposition party no make it to the cocoa farmers. Make I say that time in century ni bisa no say me record wo that che be ba che wo se hwe we mpo de ha ho na yen ya twere wo manifesto mu krampa to ho. So what are we seeing now? Ye betumi aka no kra kire ye ho for once e wo man yi mu ana boni be ni ye janum Koko Ekuafo ne na mo maye okyerema media ya wo mi be si na me papa wodo koko no me nti bi da sometimes etumi ka so ye de koko akoshe on skin ni ho a acha 3-4 days na ba entra bosumi krampo da se Koko Ekuani koko be kwa kodi koko shela ni sika emma. This is the first time. Na yokoka almost $1 coffee. Almost how do you call it? Inflation abafem. Fuel abafem. Emobo abafem. Jenebu abafem. Nti yenye di.
Interest rate is yes abafem.
Interest rate nso abafem. Nti yenye di. Is this what you call policy? Eyemo policy no. These are not the promises that you made to Ghanaians and now some more to Mabadamamu. Yeah, but when we are Randy Abbey, so I say Cocoa bottle back Ghana and no border in the do. Randy Abbey, one I will bet you, oh, that day in an war, and I will bet you say you cocoa body. No same body in Tama LBC's name. Or call your friends saying Ivory Coast, and that isn't Ivory Coast. Who drew one of my own cocoa boys and I was so crossing here, Chang Ghana, the enemy baby. And no cramp, they're not complaining, people are buying. I'm more biased. Yeah, situation here, you won't say what you do. What is a beef rubber? Randy Abbey should shut up. What wouldn't you for Cocoa? Sabe we nyanseni anka wo Koko Ekuafo nchen kra won talk onya ha ahia he enkwatena so ho. Koko Ekuafo ye nanom no ye gya no Koko Ekuafo. In the first place no nipa na ye de ne beto mo no. Obu manim tia. Base mo nim nyansa o se mo ho fi. Randy Abbey okọ no o hye den. Na wo shofi shoe. Na wo hye atade kama wa attack in. Koko efoma akonya be ne etena so. Eye dress ni. Na wo kwa do plastic chair show bag. Wo kwa wato. Akonya wato ekra wantete ho rubber.
Office chair pa.
Wantete ho rubber. Na etena so ibia. Na ode kosi koko foam. Edi table ko ye. Koko fo ye di table ko.
Dabi.
Ya pese ye twere bibi obi butu ho na de paper na to ni ya twere. Randy Abbey wa bon, that's the word. And a pena will use many Japan. Wa bon. One year press conferences now,
exposing more.
Yeah, exposing. And this is what one more can say. The entire nam so much is here no more in crisis. And say the mismanagement of the former administration. Money na moka sansa mo so mo bon mutie wu. Munko school amosemko. Munkan kan tiase amosemko kan tiase nyansa ba ko e friend nyansa. Ebi na mutirim. Nipa no no be mismanage ye na wo allergies no be mismanage ye no. Wo de kokko akuafo ka.
Eno complain kokko bo.
When complain kokko bo da. Na wo be di ade. Di ade fo na wo be complain. Iya di ade fo. Wo na wo be di ade na wo be complain say me na me ya ade na ma nya ni ye. Eh.
Na na de nyankopon e tua ni
for.
Wow.
Munsi mutirase woni wo you a disgrace. Say kokko akuafo e pa chawo say wo de obete so ate so na kakra na kan fa ya de breye. They don't have any choice.
But do you know say you want 50,000 tons of cocoa as I speak to you now warehouse you to me found concoton. Ni na say wo person ya na kokko akuafo no omo like eya hom toma wo mu koko boto bebre go de ane ton no be 2 cedis na omo ntona de fe 1 cedi brain sa na omo ye.
But as a Friday and metimi nyane nti yes omo say master team make payment to the LBC
honest year the same and
omo say ne kura bi
na bi obi am musika I say LBC no esia no omo start na omo tues kan bi ma wo omo omo so he na omo de ama ekuafo because omo na eto omo koton
say LBC ne so bi no akasa say omo san kan sika bia
well omo
na fe na omo eye process na che say omo this best sense kan
dia what I read no say na no omo brand ya be kuro da fo ya na no kasa asem
instead of make us say be yanka press conference no krampo won jai say wo ye because the more wo ye no the more no anka say expose no ogu no hwani mu ase ogu no hwani mu ase kokko akuafo ma free school abetina tinefie because Okyerema when ebetumi di yefunu pan e di esua de
da bi yeah
intinkoda no asia befie kokko akuani pesika na wo de mama de for de akodo no kokko fo mu krampa wonya bibiem enso mo sorry am inflation abafo mu ntiyanka ya no ntum inflation na mo calculate wo papers so na mo de abeto no wo Ghana ni na wo nya ho defend na wo kon we yi ntini say inflation aba from ntiyanka ya ntum do you know what is inflation
Dabi
do you know what is inflation
Dabi
$1 da $1 da na wo $1 da o ma mi ti dwom yekoto board na no board ye kwaka o $1 board soro ekrama ya import board ye yen
Dabi
ye import board ye o koto banche so $1 da mama nyo sometime tanya mo ye no krom hanti obi asori ofi say economy is all about dollar economy no is all about emobo akofem
yeah
Inti Okyerema wo wankasa no mo expose wo mo kokko akuafo no we yin bi na be ka kire wo mo wo wankasa na be hu ne kra wo be hu the difference between the NDC and the NPP
me bibisa yewura nana kwame ayi na bisa say isia no wo pesa mo so ene enne nam so yes wo hu say no wonna de a misa sa de ntem to aba ma NDC no na wo ne ya kan sem bi say kire say be to buko bo ma ko 7,000 a year unto aba ma no ye to aba ma no say kokko bo no be ko sa amount na mo promise ye no nam say no nne na no so je so say an ene enne di say no obiedin o manyim obiedin especially spare party ifo no abana so me no mo kasa teti NDC no complete on one kaka chere me say on NDC no complete because one chief of staff e wo rapport no but ende dia amene wo mo because I then VAT reforms are also kwa ye na wasa chere no memo 11 ni covid levy I feel the buy spare part nko 20% and all the spare part so say spare part dealers na say omutua na no 20% na woni say be shema ma obi ba beto spare part na
wo chief of staff nua po enya kukudra babonti abe company na wo chogbo ni na wo chogbo ni esu menwa wo still ano minimi dware onim omo analysis a wo eye e de egu framem omo texts omo colors ni ade nyina no ade chine de say nyina omo yi onom de akoto platform no so nti enwu hia sa wo na wo kopia no we paste no wasen ni wo kopia no we paste no wasen ni nti nipa no no onim ade kura wo sen ni ne won ti ase eno ane se de ama ne se won fanko I was say ye frase na amanyofo no NDC NPP CPP hwan no omo be kan bibi kire yen nya botre na ye mobo hu na ye misa ye ho say e possible ana e betumi aba ne sa and eba amanyosemu a amanyoko bia won track records wa bra wa ba be mu Osha NDC for and one more track records a ban specifically on cocoa sector. One we are poor. One more cocoa for. Almost a cocoa for bonnie so da. Inti abane say na wo meja wo me amatitia ye cocoa juma so many years. Mun hu sansons ni. Adenti na mun hu sansons ni na besi ne. NDC for be sham boss e be ye mu cocoa kuafe be mu say ye be ma mo scholarship pastela na mu tie wo. Inti ochema ye de no be so ha say.
Okay.
Ye kan say Ginesia usia o se metie metumi aka kire me so when pese me yesi but the next minute me kasa me kra me nya ye but about to Ginesia ne yesi wi age semfie 9 ansana obetumi asanwadwen wasanwadwen na me ka mo se bronya no so edi ba kope nti aka me ensa
it's true
nti ekwan wo mu pa nti dwenjen na bi sa wo ho NDC manifesto no wo mu ye no kofa na kinkan biem na bisa hon we ebeye ye we enye ye we ebeye say 24 hour economy emba mu enso sell omo ka say 24 hour economy ebo MPP fo hu kwambe so na ebo MPP fo hu me hu say company bi afa sa 3 shift no me hu bi
afra mo de be na ko parliament amo say ebo ehu ebo MPP fo hu emba wo mu hu mo kwa won ye hwe oba ye binum na obesake om na odi ebinum su ko shem wati ase yeah
enti munye modwuma ye de to obama mo se mo mbra mbe ye dwuma mfam wa ye ni titiriw ni mebunu no enti munya ise mukuki figures no e di ema ye ne no ne ye haw
mufro bi eni wo ho no
ade ba ko nso me pese me kasa from GN Bank for situation here where they find themselves now. I think the GN Bank situation is quite complex. Ye mbun kompongo shi kakra. I think it was 2019, right?
Yes.
2019 the Bank of Ghana revoke GN Bank for license due to insolvency and regulatory breaches.
Yeah.
Na ye kan insolvency I say when you enchia womoka
that is a carne amen woman
it has a woman liabilities no door so chain woman assets no oka door so chain
sika wo
it was negative 61%.
Okay.
And nam so my Bank of Ghana revoke woman license now at that time no the then opposition party NDC term as witch hunting say yera na dan kweku fado ni MPP fona wo mo etata yera indum enam so ema wo mo asai nedwuma na wo mo ehye boso wo mo de wo mo ba wo be yensem no hwehwemu na ya restore papa no ne license amane back amane de edwuma ya hu say yera mahama o win elections no na papa ne ni age pa o campaign time ne krampe wo man wo abetwete ba ko so na o for so say yero mahama mra na no kre papa no etumi ewi ni ye na adano sana say hu so ne twetwe mfonia na ne post nya de hu so ase ni je bi ya bese ye wo ho ye say Bank of Ghana entumi an restore
ruling out
ruling out say into Okyeremaba san wo na kire osan
kire say nia NPP in 2019 in some mugina so de age on license na revoke license
was genuine
because even Bank of Ghana governor and your this say
Siama
I say in some of 2019 na revoke license it was genuine and into muntu minka say restore license the amount joma ama edi ntro e de kire ba kwesi ndum odada no
into won say Ghana yenka no kre Okyeremaba Siama cannot tell us that Abrana NPP war party no na onimu said the concerns that they were raising the concerns that led to the revocation of the license and was not genuine only because in the field no onim power wakenkan krata wo mode ba na wakenkan wonim pa say adena na the then government ni eye no it was in the right direction now so the yamanyasa is indum how far indum group of companies bia how far
GN Bank na asef GN Bank nko
modi di amafo ka mo ntumi antua wo ye adwuma wo se me kana me wo no edoso chen me japade no na ban se dabi ekoba ni sase wo ma oni omu ye adwuma na se bukata bi na wo ye wo wo kra wo ntumi ntua wo ka intete sade ya je license
Pago in the mo abana so kana no tumu a ebro mo downgrading the bank no buy and savings and also na GN Bank first national savings and loans na buy GN Bank ankasa and abani downgrading so no was you be paid up capital in bank no only Bank of Ghana wa pam says ska we na say the two banks and say 500 million Ghana cedis it would help us why banker sa paid up capital no and say unya to office mu Bank of Ghana ni we say oh you are solvent uzika some ye at the moment I don't say be sa paid up capital ni who say you are insolvent be che kakra uzika some ni ade liabilities ni ya at way asset no and they say there abana sika da osisi ya no obetumi dey savings and loans company because muni wasi kutubune tiko apai ana was started to take pictures with Jomama efebedu say Jomama share boss say Unibank Pakosi Ndum Bank no any other banks so very restore licenses oba ye afeba ko ni abosu mienu ontumi restore ye 24th August 2024 ewo University of Uniba e hono mko launch your campaign or manifesto no e hono ka sa asem no but ambemu
Ashama on say that time na buy ni ginesi bia we see ade eboai on say banks are merge wo ebeye consolidate a CBG why na nisika came banks are merge wo beye consolidated why na nisika came inta buy ni yade pa oh na buy ni pesa wo boa yen imagine say wo do usika e de akwakoto baby na the end of the day baby ade koto ye ne we kwakoji sika ni bi krampa ye nya bi ma me kaya osa GN Bank na me mame onu so save ho bi o ma ye ngofo mani o ne sakan on sa ko kan no he wo di amanfo o se Ghana for ye mpe ne kro e na asa ye no ase me bedikin ato ya sum no enua ne ye de kro enua se ye no kore sanya no kore enua ye de ato ye tirim na nadu nipa boni na nadu egu bank na nadu na me mumu sika no na kosi ndubu onya mamo dada e wono na ye investigation ye hu se da bi ono no sika no krampo eni ho sika na wo de akoto na wo kwakwage no eni ho na won saka to me 101.3 into my revoking the license no okay nyasa nipa bebrebe for the victim ye na aban ne boy ye no ye nkure yan so ne ya sori eti aban no yeah mo wuni ayeye abra nti FNC na onu say chairman won to group CEO ko national chairman agenda na start ye ko enimu ya be kan ho asem chairman won to be for national chairman na pay Okyeremaba news na medi frase na Okyeremaba news the Democrat na say your authentic media outlet and this amanyoko no asset committee a wo mo be hwehwemu afa no na no prime so me wa ya so east no ye chere me say secretary be ne vote buying be ni ade ko so ya no wane mekokura mpo no ni ye che bi wase flash screen 32 inch ni ye che mahama yarga wo ka committee no chere me say be me producer committee fun committee bi ehia yan cancel the entire resource no ni anto aban foforo nti we community hunu na maset no yan to aban foforo yan to ababi afoforo nti baba jama wini we wini Okyeremaba 32 in television 32 no opponent no anche bi haje oniska wa hi oche bi okay haje obetu aka se wanche bi oche bi be sika na mu nyodu se wanche TV kra no oche ska okay we wini adenti na NDC no wo mu ma na looking as if said this is the first time wo mu cheche sika ma delegate me ya to abama wo mu enya wo dwuma mo ye no okay Debbie Okyeremaba try ye kwa yenim yenka no kura nkyere wo mo say mo ye hihye ni mu baba jama we wini Okyeremaba me ka tire je bi ato NDC mu a you believe it baba jama no belong to one party be within the party okay and safo no so de baby anema etoko no ye mpese wo mo bebe enim ye mpese wo bedru parliament ho ye mpese wo mo benya upper hand bi inti kwan bia so no na some majority of them NDC MPs no one are responding to calls say yeah anole agentia we win baba jama we be free obebe win election I mean say one what dia me say no ya kwatia member of parliament before me say beji Okyeremaba emra ni kire say okota obe yes 1 year say dem bibisa yes it wakotena wona say omo to abama na what is wrong with that Okyeremaba say me free buntuku wo baby na ma baba tena krom ha say na wo se minimu nyansa me ko parliament metumi abo na to abama me abone be na wom bonim
obi kunu wa amna mu fan compensate ma me no
ba ye fan compensate no enye na japade no no aje no mpe bebi nkwatena
mate o de ebre no
politics nti ene eye ni bre na ye no na ba ne sa ai parliament abekonti wo ya friend say emremu Quran mu muslimi ni ba wantumi ensu kunu mpo enwie ena wo pie se wo kwakoye vetting we lusu mpe bebi nkwatena
but asem wa ye waso west and east no say west nso hono na Lydia Sayer man Hassan so bedi no ne kunu ewuye okay by election by election so your boss tro ne ade I know I was 31st January 2019 nti no ehwan kasa tu no east and west no problem ho pa abna de yanko enim ba mi fufuro be krope apna Matthias ye
ko pie mo parliament so ono ye board mi ansa no no so da so
hard board ni no da so
3
now CJ enso de aba say and they were extended sittings court ahodo you best say 6:30 p.m. and best record because of some special sessions be out the room a ya me aduma in the year Monday and France NDC ni no tent the ama 10th February say deadline say emphasize report no emfa embra yewra 50 vekote ni phone na eda ho
committee mponke wu hia adna da ho yenya ye tuai
yanko eni
Gana position mu nipa ne ye ni tia se simesi na eku nipa ya si ye investigation be biem
o na se mra na
ada wo ko investigation kwan yo fa so konya asekan na bebia wotua
everyone is innocent
oh jai
unless proven by court
last omo ye wo mo premise here ma wa ma lorry fe into no so lorry fe no so de ma wo lorry fe
o twin sem pio lorry fe obi etua
lorry fe
yeso ko to babaji bonus on TV da koto babaji bonus
enti koto aba no na koto aba ne ba me do lorry fe ama
do bonus ama
me trust if the daily searchlight ko akrata nim
okay
yes and you would woni echiremu wo Enchill NDC member of parliament ho wa ye nyame so ade wo se ono de nwumesu ya de bi ehia ne yie pa na nwumesu so se etumi de piepie megunu no e ma wo mu hu ni nyansa mu hunu enuama mu yie ohun wo school sunufie nyansa na sunu school so de enti sa nneoma mienu ne bebomu a eboa pa mama tumi tumpon nti ono de 400,000 check na wa sign de ama 268 tertiary students sa monye na monko university sunko sua de fa meboa Ghana sika wo fie ye mfa ngu ho ma montena se nyako bolo eno so kratafe to so mienu wo daily searchlight ko akratemu aboso kan spare part auto part traders threaten work stoppage over increased sales tax hey mon kan kwa ye dwuma ne ye ba benya spare part ni biato na monya we se ye resetting okrom hana Okyeremaba we misa brother no onya we no ozeden onya we
ono ye ni sini o
so ya we aka ho na ni sini dia ade na resetting duru a nya na yesi oman ma ye fi yesi oman ma ye heja nyoma nkoye ya toto nyoma basabasa over the past 8 years ni no yenya resetting so why are you crying Bernardo Duro you know
we Benjamin
Tachi why are you crying ye resetting afei na spare parts for mu de duru mu so omo ba ye o se bi duru media for so why ye bibio wunya bibio wo tan ye wo kasa kire ye wo kasa tia ye ne ya two station ne apia baby akwatan ye den krata ba ye nkenkan because I am that I am ogboro into the media for nsa kan mo de na judiciary for nsa kan mo de who are you mo reset no munya di
obo de ton dade
obo de ton dade na wo de duro so wo se me call eyi
strike
wo call strike e wo krom ha kan kwatena ho and no ever cratafe to sudu the daily searchlight yes major power outage coming ECG claims to improve service now there was claims now it's a daily searchlight one ECG okay and also ever ko akrate nim ene anope na cartoon bi da ho fifi avekwate or say we shall probe ayawa so matter pa seriously deep probe ena obi so ewa ha ose fa so ho mu nyina mutua ka tu bi da ose fifi ave fa so ho na sika no mu nyina mutua aha no so ewa ha ene anope the campaign na ose integrity objectivity and fairness baba jamal ena president wa recall no eno so da ha ye say wato vote eno so da ha say fifi avekwato so mati committee eno so ye de abeto cocoa farmers and wo mu protest say wo mu payment in a delay in sector no is in crisis eno so ye de abeto ha say OSP no kasa dodo na lo da be ne ye de ne be kofia ne letter no munye mu susu mu wie oh afio so wo ye we ono so e investigation on pen baby crunchina. Majority caucus in Parliament demands annulment of Ayawasu East NDC primary classifier to the campaigner and the way ebaye. The Metro Lens also relevance are pride. Dr. JB Dankwane ni memu friend saying nkaidum aha na yapa ho entuma ewa no krom na yera na danko kufuado enso no hobi. He called for renewal to defend rule of law and also edako wakratenim ene anopei ebu akwa South MCE and wo kura second wo twa to se kura se boy papa aha wo twa also lidi clean up exercise e wo Chebi township and also edako wakratenim ene anopei. President Wasaki Baba Jamal as High Commissioner to Nigeria over vote buying allegations. Kratafe to sonkron e wo Metro Lens and the way so edi ebaye. Me the daily guide ebe so na daily guide die okucha delegate fo a wo mo age wo 32 na school asiso amatuum abi so kra ne die wo samfoni no Baba Jama TV hey what is the TV ne friend no BMJ oma brandi me na me friend BM ne Baba Muhammad ese ni ne Baba Ahmed Muhammad Jama BMJ TV BMJ. Oh, okay. Wow. Shana motu no shani jalabia. Who's a complete zongo boy pa? Atade na shana no. Who's a complete zongo boy? Or go body the obiusu. O do boho. No da obtain ho de. Abana. O say ya na nkwala no, omo ne mpanimfo no prepare say mpanimfo no. Akwala no no be opese o hwe cartoon. We so pese o hwe ball. Papa no pese o hwe ball. Mama no so pese no so ehwe telenovelas. Intadna ariye we inteja we a wenya 32. Odo kobo ho no mo a na ode cartoons pen drive na shim. Okay. Na nkwada na hwe no. No aka no ne yere no ma prepare back. You be really no. Hey, Nasco, yo, daily guide, ne do we buy nano pay. Can't affect also miensa. Na Telisa group, almost. I'm not vote by one can you. Omuche sika buta. Buta. Yes, candidate share motorbike. Hey, I'm for cash out. Cash out. TVs, cash, buta. Clothes, boiled eggs, and an ice chest. Ice chest na be your bano. Me so obi a chebi sika wo mu ho. Okay. Na ma me da body mi ensa so. Okay. Sika wo ho. Buta. Fa ko esela. Ka bo mu asum ya me. Kosiane meko. Wow. Ice chest. Buta ka benku afegu se na ebe ya nwontam. Nso a. Yo. Why ya mobo. Kata fe to so mi ensa. Na your friend saying more than mush anani dini eden aje e be kire yo ha sei tell yourself for see you no aha so ye broni ni dini de ne be bona no say Africa must embrace digital single market kratafe to so miensa na de we nso ba ye security agencies defy orders jolt Kumasi shoe factory and also e ha say Dr. Kaulai and the nufoni e bata ho ene anopei akoma dan afrancho fit for 24-hour economy market. Eh, radinya kupon. 24-hour economy market. Yo, ye di yeshe ni mu. Why na mpese ni kuro mbe yefe? And also, ewo daily guide ku wakrat nenim ene anopei. Na medical custodian ebe so fearless, fair and reliable. Ye rakojo upon kromafoni edaha. No ne yesu obulu alarm was NDC's 1 job 3 shift missing in 24-hour economy bill. Into mona mochen agenda 133 no. Yesi bill no enim na ne bill no kire nso na ye den. Ye eno so edaha sei. Ti munya krado vote ban ye nipa baako. Wonya mo bottom miensa. Wonya ntoma hwa na beche. Hwe. Ntoma eda so. Ena kivo gari eka ho. Kivo gari eka ho. Emse Lipton so ka ho. Ye ma wo mu maju ye ma wo mu nkosua. Ene ye ma no anwa bottom eyi gallon miensa. Kufo gallon no. obedi acha papa we me krampa nka me sha say dia ye aduane aton
Abraham ko delegate something ya me dem ko delegate ena mo chen ba o mi say me nya bi
ntia no so eda ha say ene anope yes virtuous ladies of a Tampa Bay assist mothers at Kolebu eno so e wo custodian ko wakrate nim ene anope ye gina we so na ye de ko wakrata mo so no aba na wiye
very well abna sawa many ampo me da 29 minutes past the hour 8 mene yero imano kobla tokono digital secretary Takoradi constituency secretary ema NPP amanyo kuo no anope mene ne betena se don hwe ba ko akade ne mene medi o man Ghana ho komo kokokuafo su ma mo video bo anti yaro ye twan ho a ana wabo sa videos mienu no e de amame omo ma me message bi se me fa my his excellency John Dramani Mahama kokokuafo binom omo ma message na bo mame what say me betwa mo aba no aba mame na yeti no mo so omo eka na ayawa so nsensem ya no a ye ka ho asem yi 31st nso de ye kokoto ye NPP de ye se cheche no ma OSP fras ye se wo ye hwehwemu de afa ho NDC party ni penifo so chem se ye anole the resource free ayawa so east prime minister mo ye edi your representative for 3rd March by election no wo mbo ntungu ene nkoma hodo bi nso ani na no e bata ho no pay ye ba be di ntwa ombra na digital entrance but video no ruli mame kokwekua afode no ruli mame na
uko ye betikura ni eni aha ye betikoku no ni eni aha udimirika hu dentro nkontompo ko chi ko breman e be ji akonya no tena so no ahu de oyo man no koko efesi e ba wiase asasi so agana ha tena ha mi sha eminyine bedu sa breye jomahama mi hu se koko adi bosome ko bosome mienu asika ni hoda anasi e bedi bronya akuafo ye ni abre kwati koko ne de bedi bronya obati koko na akari koko no a osika no koko nyina kakrache ho unya hwe frim afi komo e de adi bronya yi tweri amponya kopon ko anenim okari koko ya krache se sika ni ho aban wa anto koko o aban wa anto koko afi na wo anto koko afi no ankra na eto no obo so kire ese don wa ma uko ye betikura ni eni aha ye betikoku no ni eni aha udimirika hu dentro nkontompo ko chi ko breman e be ji akonya no tena so no ahu de oyo man no koko efesi e ba wiase asasi so agana ha tena ha mi sha eminyine bedu sa breye
you know the Mahama say abiriwa bi efe na Okyeremaba wa todu ko osumi mienu ni oso nfa isi camera no wo tie wiem a wo su wa tie wiem wo su bo so fa isi camera no mo onya ho tonti sa wo de wa wo ba hu ze na ni abreche opa na do si akonya so na do wu didi wo ma mi bidi wo ma bidi wo ma ni anu bidi
ebu Mahama
you know the Mahama say abiriwa bi efe na Okyeremaba wa todu ko osumi mienu ni oso nfa isi camera no wo tie wiem a wo su wa tie wiem wo su bo so fa isi camera no mo onya ho tonti sa wo de wa wo ba hu ze na ni abreche opa na do si akonya so na do wu didi wo ma mi bidi wo ma bidi wo ma ni anu bidi
Western Diamond TV Western in the morning do media sunina many year imano kobla tokono digital secretary Takoradi constituency secretary and many ni bedi nkomo me birthday no enra na wotwe abesen kro last week Sunday na me birthday 1st February in fact surprise me o shock him no surprise me shock prize me did say moving forward no dodo na ba ka ho because na me hwe ni no anya na mo ye no digital no shock prize me and if you want to say good morning na bia bokode
yamna adomu ye papa
ya mi ase oh ba dia adom bani bi ensi ye ma microphone mben wa no kakre bi mame Constituency Mboko.
Oh, Nyamanadum. And the Pema Minchi Osunko. Na Minchia, I wo Ashafu. And now, Utimenu ye Juma. Mona Juma Pa warrior, what the Boagana man. Now, what did you do board the New Patriotic Party? Now, Moko Minchia, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Mejidide, Yamanadum, Otimkum, Owahuandem Sronko. Exactly 1 week and 2 days are yin to Odojina Home Sokakra. Odojina Home has not to Tunyama. I will share the next phase of the New Patriotic Party. The Minchia National Executive, Regional Executive, Constituency Executive, and polling station executives yeshe ma edwumadin nya okodo.
Okay.
Na Michio anope, Minchia my brother called paying. Oye Ora Valentina Fuga, or your polling station organizer, or Old Adra, very hard working party stalwart. Why you dream up papa or the Boa party? Fuga Valentino, baby will be a Michio, minimum day, Mende, or Valentine's Day, until I will know the Madano Edino Stronko, until Anope. Mijidi there so it's a TV Tino and the Michio Stronko. I will hear in ya Michio. I'm insuring papa.
Very well.
Brother Okyeremaba, Michel Sim.
All right. But oba ye video bi ana me bo wuti enkomo dia. E ba ko kwakwa fa dane asrasrafo. Nya mo sresre. Ono ankasa abre no moje ni adon koko. Na koko crash abe kari edoko. Na o se etua LBCs no license buying companies etua moka. Na so munye bi di tua kwakwa fo no eka no. Randy ABC Ghana koko bottle ba ko no board ndodo. Ndiama LBCs no kra no beta omuti omutrims na goko board de din say dey ntumi nto nti ye 50,000 tons go say a e warehouse ye ntumi enton ye all because LBCs no mo nto adanya ati koko bottle ba ko no board den na go fa do ye dwuma pa o so tumi di koko bodu sa so stay na ni enye sika e di tia koko akuafo no ka de kita nkomo ni nie mami ntie.
That's I'm sure the cocoa some a topic anope. Now I'm so the eleka cocoa sama na I'm very personal to it because Yamanadum cocoa wabom in scholarship kakra for 3 years or cocoa board.
Okay.
And na mankasa suba mami sebio ono ne papa oyamena na ojen cocoa efu na mami su oyusi ya no no su de jahen number menyo kase mesesta kakraba no hwedo na eleka koko asama koko fu one sentiment a expressing na no mutuma ka kire de me betin radio do meken de baby ma oman pain ode yenisi kasam odre fa no adekura obama waye oman wedi oman nya ye the export sector Ghana ha almost 85% of our cocoa beans export. Inti se elidi no huduma another eye wusi kasame nhyehyɛ na Obama wa affect the export sector ode hu de one of the largest export products of this country oye cocoa
beans. Yeah.
To be frank, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Siama, also last year, the income yenye fee and foreign exchange yenye fee kukum or 3.9 billion.
Yeah. That's the Bank of Ghana data. No data.
3.9 billion.
Yeah.
In 2024, and 3.9 billion. That's 2025-2026 crop season. You are expecting the aboko more. Inti say ya baneli yenhyehyɛ ne anjuna nkwechi kakra na pede yenhyehyɛ no original propaganda da na wie ebini onye dem cocoa sector pe.
Okay.
But to my culture all the export sector of this country onya wolusu Association of Ghana Industry wolusu but why the cocoa farmers no most of them were self-employed 100%.
Yeah.
Only beyond what is show one number, what is show one family. Minyurika say, I'm a master kakraba or shayan kukudo. What asan busmaji.
Okay.
November, license buying companies. I want to wire intermediary between Ghana Cocoa Board and the farmers. What na Cocoa Board moons can I want 30 bags of 64 kilogram cocoa. Up to now, won't you go?
That's even more than 1 ton, or because 16 1 ton.
No, it's almost about over 100,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow, who's Kedi?
Since November. And they be also there for workers. What do cocoa will prune because it's a many workers a cocoa board won't prune ibium.
Oh,
yes, that is the reality. Won't prune ibium. Inti adolo kodo cocoa farmers one life no. From November up to last week, some makasika other medicine and sister. No what to solve I want to answer one problems with you. What do be trade banana? You don't have an idea. Only thing I brought one with TV no olusu because ABL no ni obi all one more solve them problems no. Since your cocoa farm area, funeral cases all other way ye na no kaka 1 year all because we try no niska na no quarrying there one na wa course the madi.
Okay,
because say per ancestors they be said okoba ne den na yama the madi we see no cocoa farmers will lose across the country. Nina no somebody in a from Mobile, Yadima President Mahama, the finance minister, in the cocoa board chief executive. As for the cocoa board chief executive, I'm a Padamakanaza because he's a square peg in a round hole.
Yeah,
a human on chassis. But because the government is practicing friends and family government in Inti. Now during the day, it's no good morning Ghana do. Now say Elma commentary about the economy and other about the cocoa sector or trade about to my cocoa board chief executive. If you don't have an in-depth knowledge about the cocoa industry, my brother, don't venture. Because apart from the preliminary agri sector, no, it is also a financial sector.
Okay.
In the elegant agri aspect of it, no, the financial aspect of it. It is it's no na Emma okodru da mempampandia almost 3.5 months to 4 months. Na se ekwaji cocoa farmers won cocoa a. Na se 3 months na ntu akaw. Because any farmer, any bid no, you don't have an idea what you are doing to the farmers. You don't have an idea what you are doing to the farmers because the cocoa board chief executive only cocoa only what goes into it. The finance minister only cocoa he doesn't know what goes into it. Into Mama Sobeno, President Mahama Beno, where he cocoa board if he Ministry of Agri or the Ministry of Finance, for them it is all about money. No. No. Cocoa board or a mix. It is also about trade. It is say first, what are the causes of this? The foundational cause of this, or akoshi sama President Mahama in the NDC what tried to and people abanodo so that they can get power. Unfortunately, the cocoa sector, farmers, they what the one could do. President Mahama, wana koshi in NDC akosha would check what the two nanado down kwa kufado no.
It's true.
Tell me in all honesty, Abana or provide fertilizer, or provide pruning, or provide so many interventions. A cotton cocoa, say cotton cocoa, ne one bag ne enya 9,000 Ghana cedis. Do you give 6,500 to farmers? Because our Akufado before Obofido, no we move cocoa bottle kotoku from 475 cedis to 3,100 Ghana cedis. The NDC and President Mahama went to the cocoa growing areas. No okajane Akufado ni trimi eden. Now ya one 6,500 because what on cocoa bottle when you're 9,000 into other one farmers 2/3 of the money. 2/3 of the man. One year free the miskana cocoa no what on. The miskani bian or what my farmers no. The miskani bian or to cocoa board na subsidiary ni na license buying companies ni na. No what be fertilizer. In the pruning a juma wayama farmers ni na. The miskana 9,000 no. Ibian or do tia. Now so NDC selfishly went to the cocoa growing areas no what catch one there. So ya one no what Kobotia 6,500 into cocoa farmers no one should assassin be in count now what bar Wobotia 6,500 no way to when you scacass
and it's from what the papa
that is the foundation. That is the foundation.
Okay,
now how is cocoa board where then in a will arrive at a price for one bag of 64 kilograms cocoa bag?
Okay,
one or the cost of the product or international market.
Sure.
Ghana government or the two largest producing country in the world of cocoa or Ivory Coast and Ghana, we are not the ones that determine the price.
Okay,
Price will determine our international market or swing or tumbo foam or tumbo koso depending on the world economic situation. But this what did the propaganda no call in class no one general demand and there you know what to see.
Okay,
Anytime there wire price what's your international market? Most Morocco the exchange rate of the Ghana cedi honestly a factor, because cedi no so wa fall automatically or chere sense Ghana baby bre or do wenye nti Akufo-Addo Naban wale ya one last pricing window and san wo be fi abem no the man ni nyina or a factor. It is your position now why you demand no na ko propaganda the chira farmers who there eba there are two major price or determine the price of cocoa in Ghana.
Okay,
the world international market and your exchange rate. At that time Akufo-Addo only a last price exchange rate was around 1490. 1490. And now what do you them propaganda no what ba benum na wole year 2024-2025 season price of cocoa no? What was the exchange rate? What was the world market price of cocoa? Sanye demand na de bia no ebema politicians we do akohwi. Only into the sister cocoa farmers they have regretted sadly of voting massively for President Mahama for him to put them in this situation. When they upon all that the Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia government did for them no wama because President Mahama want that down. I mean America them say a use 1450 14 cedis 50 cedis 14 cedis 50 pesos per dollar. Na dey your calculation ono na Nanado Naban arrive at that time the price of cocoa per ton at the world market was around 4,000 3,900 4,200 no the what can I feel money in our boom now I find average no that calculate what the calculating on why arrive at a price no we can pay the cocoa farmers 3,100 that was an unprecedented price but cocoa farmers will need but what that could be some quite that down no one arguing saying now since somebody be saying when the urban then and a ban on your sika uncle to cocoa no two mama correct the impression or the cocoa board chief executive Okriti I say Ghana cocoa no buyedin. Ghana cocoa no buyedin no. The first thing is that Ghana only determine the price of cocoa world market. I went to make a cocoa no buyedin. To be frank, cocoa at the world market no one before price now before.
Okay.
Akufo-Addo ba benim 2017. The world market price was around 2,900 per ton. What about first year not so about 1,900? Akufo-Addo one kind of cocoa price. Ghana cocoa no buyedin no. Okobo bosia no do to cocoa because they know that the lives of the cocoa farmer is very important.
Yeah.
And you cannot reduce the price for them. Even because you see the equivalent as some nelutia.
Okay.
Takufa do believe there. Yanko Bobosia, into Cocoa Board Chief Executive, in collaboration with the then Agri Minister, or say Akuto, in the Finance Minister, or Kenofurata, what you want to propose, what come Akufa do, what Bobosia, difference no woman, what Bobosia, no what to cocoa no. But of course, cocoa, but not cost. I am the man, farmers no, what by yellow, what to throw on school fees. In the Randy Abek Kada Okacha in the Ghana Kukuno Buya, no Buyadin, or your world market price. Now, the point is that Aban abroad $10.8 billion, or there's economy, what also, or yes, city national, but by the time I catch you there, look, Aban Adoliano, Ghana economy, or you're almost 70% capitalist, or tell the private sector, no control.
Okay.
30% is controlled by government. It's a message in a dollar and ankasa one find one demand and supply level. Now where you're watching the main edrishim, el pump. One sector only the export sector. That is cocoa. In this is Yalana Walla, so what they 14.50 what they calculate cocoa price or world market. And a brand oil 4,000 something. This is Yala. A pump dollars and ash economy man a dollar and waba 10.5 and a 10.11. Yeah. That is almost 350 pesos difference. Actually, say $1 billion war Bank of Ghana is here, which cocoa board has. Cocoa board $1 billion Bank of Ghana is this year because cocoa no what turn last year sikano waba. Now so odo woko to cocoa farmers no was said that $1 billion akufa the number na will be 14.9 billion Ghana cedis. Sure. Since there was said that $1 billion when $1 billion now will be 10.5 billion cedis or tell we lose almost 4 billion. There is no businessman, no wise businessman will do that. Exactly. Because of the dollar and the question, the minority will catch the J. IMF catch the J. World Bank catch the J. Ma adinaka some final level. Because cocoa board menu kasi what the suppliers cow. What the suppliers cow over 1 billion. Okay. Only to the cocoa board workers went to win December bonus. Because was some dollars now into cities because suppliers almost 80%, 90% would other your uncle in cities. Including the license buying companies. Into our cost is 1 billion cities now. You are short of about 4.5 billion old cities. 4.5 billion cedis. Only often exchange rate differential. A little buck out. It be not to cook gold board. Okay. Some of their losses or exchange rate differentials. Into cocoa board chief executive what's now Bank of Ghana governor. Minister for Finance what's now one work. You could say the miskia. You will buck out 4.5. But time na this car Edrin Shaw city no. Now I want to draw attention to it, you know. Now the propaganda was Ato is forcing. At that time, and this was Ato is forcing. Why would I don't acquire what I hate one? Because no diligent businessman would do that. It's about this only play delaying tactics. When this is sitting outside all fall, it's now almost about 11:20. Why? Because I benefit the you said the dollars now. You bought out. I call them a bonnet. I wear cocoa farmers. You are killing that sector. That sector has been with us for ages. It's Ghana economy. They be a say a finance minister. All that you have to do is find a fine balance so that I want to where we importing yama they can have their way. I want to where exporting yama they can have their way. But there, more force because of politics. Naked, young sure dollar and seed in India too much. What you are doing is that you are promoting import business. The moment you promote importer, no there you are substituting jobs. Ghana jobs what they create one, you are substituting it in the other country. It is yala. Sami me sebio anope nkofu didi. Some me produce toilet roll. Me produce toilet roll and a sanitary pad and a yinada. Because of the ban no policy no. Mum produce what have me sack workers no be anko tenefi. Because moko akoto China, moko akoto India. So me produce sacks, moko akoto India. Because abana my importation, why a cheap? And importation, I'm a one single person I can sit here. Na my documentation. Bibia na me import ebia toilet roll 50 containers. Yeah. Matriarchal. Oba, what's the word require me distributor me in the bogu warehouse. Na ma start to me distribute.
One said I'm who can be.
Mama me kita workers be am go to abada one slate contribution. Mama na so that me kita factory or them me for workers better than 150. Some man go to me import na me for workers 5. And the moment I bear demand, not that you are also creating unemployment. Meanwhile, Abano so I promise there, maybe create employment by using the 133. Now, I'm importation. Why I cannot in the production work of form. Meanwhile, I say increase electricity by 30%, increase oil water by 15%. Into the factory, or them close down. Let me import them in Yamano. It's in farmers, no. I want farmers, no. I want produce. I don't know what them abana export. Abana gaza no export, no. I don't know affect. It's not to Muntiaka. The same thing now. Obi will produce toilet roll. So I can produce toilet roll. No, what on Ghana? No boy again. It's any wise businessman, private businessman, or close factory down.
Okay.
No, I could. What China, India, not the Aba, and now Singapore, not the Aba. It's aban the I don't want you know this is a bisa NDC in Biako radio and aban so petrol have phone dollar have phone policy rate have phone inflation have phone tell me Abba country in all run an inflationary rate of 3.5% and the policy rate of 15%. Tell me. There is no country in the world inflationary rate of 3.5 and the policy rate to 10. Because there's still importation of a taking loan is still expensive.
Yeah.
As I said, Aban President Mahama, Finance Minister, when je propaganda no one run a proper economy. Since I mean you can say enemy there. Aban. Adibu economists were friend tax revenue, percentage of tax revenue to your gross domestic product.
Okay.
Time MPP if you are benimano. Yen tax revenue to gross domestic product GDP was 16%. In other words, what there say what GDP or 1 billion aban or to me 16% of that value.
Okay.
Into them so economy no 1 billion Ghana cedis and $1 billion next to me the tax 16% or to me almost 160 billion.
Okay.
Abani Bay what should the record no was and one 2025 we bet 18%. 2025 or so Abana and Tumanje was 13% it was a shortfall of 5%.
Yeah.
Now I was shortfall of 5%. That is a 5% of 5% of $1 billion or 50 billion cedis. $1 trillion or 50 billion cedis. It is how when two man did the miskana. Tell me, how can you implement 24-hour economy?
Impossible.
I bet you then afa nurse who we dream.
Okay.
I bet you then afa teacher who we dream. I bet you then a nurse is a wife on we dream. Only Tina, Finance Minister, Okyeremaba 2026 budget. No, I'm sorry, we cannot employ nurses, we cannot employ teachers. But Cocoa Farmer, no, I'm not yourself employed. You want to make a year to me employ? I don't know in the commando. Do you understand? Because nurse and a teacher, or that man off or direct.
Yeah.
Cocoa Farmer, man on fun. na the know produce cocoa na abana ato no we because of the bad management of the economy they cannot pay.
Okay.
In your inability to pay the cocoa farmers, you have remained them. I'm why redundant.
Yeah.
A combat one. The man a teacher for one, then a nurse for one day. Or yeah, the poor economic management. And a what caused the man I didn't know. Say NDC ni na your wagon a day. Aban or be create employment to be under 24-hour economy and now 1 million coders. What to I know absolutely nothing.
Okay. Next time I tell my info and Kunko Hana Afe Memfa Winfan Fumuna yan share the other topic now. But you did send your main discussion on Nuni to the other one your cost about Boboswana Yame Musunia Peke Koskaka. Exactly 9 a.m. Public notice being swapped by Office of the Special Prosecutor Kiseja Ben NPP Nefano na and they oye Juma as Special Prosecutor. Well, Krataba Fano 31st January primaries NPP call ye flag bearer na 7th February and Saturday yanso NDC koyi omo candidate na parliamentary candidate obejinemu for the by election na yami adoma 3rd March ebekwa akoye abra the member of parliament for Ayawaso East etwana nanu monsie de yura Nasser Ture na OSP the crat dey aba mentumi kenkani na ba bibiki tuwe bi o say the office of the special prosecutor has commenced investigations in respect to the new patriotic party's presidential primaries conducted on 31st of January 2026. So therefore on 7th February 2026 the OSP commenced real-time investigations in respect of the National Democratic Congress's parliamentary primaries in the Ayawaso East constituency. Tinumienue and the OSP investigations into majority caucus no so parliament at the Kratadi Abase omo esre omanpenis won hwe na omo annul the outcome a free Ayawaso East primaries no mu eba ye no baba jama eto vote at the 32 in television ko hwe ya no amekohye mu at the man delegate so mu ndem mi kra cheche kivo gari ni na se phone ya baba jama so the Krataba or responded to nia omo edi ato no so no ba ne na nkemfan OSP de ne nyina so no ndi honkomo bebre asesa mu chesi cated first no nto hwe mu se ebubo mu a mra ne mu bedi NPP amtio
Okyeremaba medase am the ehwe adosi wa Ayawaso East constituency within the NDC primary by election na or disgrace to democracy.
Okay.
As far as the individuals are concerned, individuals are what did the mass me out to do the late wife of the
MP no
the late MP no wife and Baba Jama said you publicly I want to hear who there what Chanyama bisu che motorbikes and na de
buta in account
buta na no ka elections are what ade said you oyende
okay
and okodo President Mahammad Tinodi nankasa oloko ne primaries or chade
okay
or chade. The point is the volume of nyama wache. The volume of nyama wache. Okay. Tell me, over 800 delegates. Over 800 delegates.
It's 1,001. 1,001. It's over.
Over 1,001. Tell me, 32-inch television flat screen. Oh yeah, crying.
So 1,000 plus 32
times 800. Oh we no sani chawon is 3,000 Ghana cedis. This is the richest people in Ghana today is Ayawaso East. Motorbike crying. Almost 15,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
Net 1,100. The hypocrisy of the government, of the NDC, of the majority in parliament. Oh no, and mkwasa watu on the same, and mkwasa watu on. Oh no, why you want atasatase? I don't know why you want atasatase. Oh yeah, the same because they couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it. It's aban President Muhammad Aban were a PR government, PR, public relation. What should the enim guase wabano? In Tampana no come release a letter. What disowned Baba Jamal was recalling back to Ghana as the High Commissioner to Nigeria. Ghana's High Commissioner to Nigeria. Okyeremaba. Why? Baba Jamal wamba Ghana be a campaigner. President Muhammad we want. That's still on your High Commissioner. Say a pede yi na be tin wen yi. Otwene ma memende nyumbiri enim guasa abana where you win ne primaries no banana elbeka dey and nipa ko win ne primaries. Into automatically na where you no wedi.
Yeah.
Automatically na where you no wedi.
Yeah.
I know I can let about your ala and say I got a one recalling. Then I nipa ko no or Ghana for about 10 days. To be frank, wa ba pardon pa abeka dey or just permission. Or just leave. Don't let a campaign. They were aware. They were aware. It's in the Mugwasina Wabano. On yet Mugwasi Kakraba. And every NDC, when would they what they agree walk election in Osa? What they go lose?
Yeah.
Because every voter of Ayawasu East constituency will tell the NDC government there, I want to open moto.
Okay.
I want to open a 32-inch television. Oh yeah, the man too, because well, I want you to know what to happen. What the President Muhammad Mobile president. It is ended by election. Aba. Nani per 1,100. 1,100. Obi enya 32-inch television. Obi in candidate work contesting. Obi at 3,000. Into every delegate near 9,000. When you motorbike, when you 32-inch television, when you 10 tomatoes, then the over 80,000 people know what to about Ayawasu East. Over 56,000 know what to about Mahamano. One when you back I want to open television. I want to open a buta. I want to open a motorbike with 9,000 each. I end up ban wire than 1 2. Only in less than 48 hours. Majority of the people of it was our bottom MPP candidate until they were the miscanning now then what the brown. And since they want to annul
the results,
the result. Abedintra. The Mahama government, Mameno, Manukune we all got contest. And you know, get a 2 board or a board member of 2 institutions. Sankofa Gold of Prisia.
Okay.
President Mahama Man board into in already Nankasano Nala or financier of the party.
Wow.
Into Sika the parliament majority in parliament what did this Sika what the command? Presidency what Tanechi then
yeah no mupe sure.
I didn't book him Baba Jamal also experienced politician.
Where MP pai akweti bi.
Experienced politician.
On
Sika what mama me na olu push into also TV no or parking or shada or parking war. My man Chinese can I didn't know also in the Friday no also channel the way no. Saturday and panel. What to abano? No, as a delegate, Obia Messi warehouse, no television 32 inches. No be a large one. No be a large one. No election or 10. Allah.
Musa da kwa kwa fast on the kaza kai. Results adani.
The presidency will finance mamano. The majority in parliament will finance mamano.
Okay.
No Baba Jamal also fi Nigeria aba oya rich Nigeria
Allah Nigeria
waba it is our presidency will finance musum le try wonder musum ya high commission maba
omo Nigeria
no dini sim Saturday morning us delegate we be am for the tag into no kwem ekwoto aba besan
for TV
focus baby na wan kasa kwato aba no into we TV na into we ase nim vote difference obeya 32 inches television
yes
the vote difference no I 32
okay so 431 minus 399 I'm sure
32
431 minus 399 oh 32
so the difference of the vote is 32 TV.
And the difference of the vote is TV.
No, but hit I don't know.
NDC for power.
Party I don't want to win electricity bill. In there, when you Sika was spend war. Sika was spend war. On this Kakraba.
Okay.
no who soon sound in the president's way. As for OSPD, Okyeremaba, but I can tell you, I don't know it is what political hypocrisy. Tell me, MPP are 2 and a Saturday, 31st, first Abba Sunday, NDC, and in the OSP, another no issue statement Sunday,
no 8.
Na I ya to aba 31st to first anka bibiara, second anka bibiara, third anka bibiara, fourth, fifth anka bibiara, sixth, seventh anka bibiara,
and the 8.
And this one got to one area. Asama bana question your investigation. I back at trend there. MPP and MPP or my transport I mean he's just joking. The OSP is a joke. It's a political joke.
Oh, so a comedian.
Political joke.
Okay.
And I'll go investigate one.
Maybe before.
sometimes be someone there now into Okyeremaba and this if call on primaries no. Na sama born. One party na nkasa wole ka the one all result no. To be frank, NDC party na nkasa wa said 3-man committee at Oreto to be kwache no dan no.
Sure.
Don't won ye. Messi Okyeremaba adolo kodo NDC no. Me danyame ase the MPP mpanyfo wo nyankopon so on the day. Me ye presidential election primaries in Intamu. We fear because a common the NDC grassroots and Kukwa get worker what bomb on a Juma. Aqua Bosome Frey and Kukwa get watch and Obiania tray. Kukwa tray. 24-hour economy the wegu on a wire scam beyond the whole. Coders program on put one for the Pakumpo with Trenical. The rate of unemployment in the country, that ban. What's no one no sham nyama na confirm babu no nya adwuma no onya da wodwen hu no ada wodwen ho ya election ada wodwen ho oya election hwe court ka da pandai sit why a problem ehun there how the speed at which and this for what baka da hey yele kwakwa wi ni pandai so aka ho all that they think about is election
okay
they are not thinking about the economy koko farmers akomle do on wolu want to move on school fees. One cocoa, wefu, molese one cocoa board na ban one journal. Nurse of I will phone with Jumem, why you Juma 13 months, want to move one journal. And to move fan Abba Benim 2 years. 2 years, 1 year, 2 months.
2 months, yeah.
1 year, 2 months. And the finance minister can parliament in the 2026 so on to move for teacher for, on to move finance for into 2 years. And to me finance for to me for teacher for tell me I sector be able to my phone call for you
okay next time I mean communicate here my MC for ya check phone ma me na ma send video bi nta o kan ko nkete bo so me fra ho case ti be mo o ka say better na ma pick
ai Okyeremaba I don't ko do o man mu no aban no all that they are doing is PR. Ekede won to fun for edwuma. No say oh dollar be fom. Ekede won to fun for edwuma what's inflation be fom. Won to fun for edwuma what's the petrol be fom. What is the meaning of that?
Okay.
Since entum ntua eyifo koko farm